high level now, which is really good for Newfoundland because now we want to pull. Now we want to see what we're all about. Now we want to see what our depth is like, our character's like. And I think it's a great thing for them to go through. No, they went through this before on their championship run. This is where you want to look inward. This is where you want to give yourself an opportunity to see who's in the room, what they have to bring to the ice. I think it's going to be a great test for Newfoundland.
It's good to see that Nathan Noel is back on the team after a broken bone kept him out back in the CBS days.
He actually went through a very, very difficult injury. His bone was broken all the way up here, and he had metal pieces put right in, and it was a little bit of a setback for him. Great to see him back in the lineup. One of our personal favorites, our little ball of hate, and hopefully he can bring that right back. You know, he was very close to actually getting a call up to the top show and the AHL, and didn't get there. So we hope to see him get his game back real quick.
All right, let's get ready for action now. Chris Ballard with the call between the Newfoundland Growlers and the Reading Royals from Mary Brown Center. It's where we go on Rogers TV.
And the visiting affiliates of the Philadelphia Flyers. And no, I won't make my affiliate joke again, Kellyanne.
Thank you.
They are the Reading Royals. You're welcome. Here's tonight's starting lineup for your Newfoundland Growlers. Number 26, Mark Johnstone, starts down the middle for Newfoundland with number 12, the Summerside sniper, Jeremy McKenna on the wing. On the other side is number 10, Zach O'Brien. On the blue line, number 22, Noel Hoffenmeyer. He'll line up with number 7, Matteo Pietranero. And starting his first game ever in the professional ranks between the pipes is number 33, Alex Horoski. In the opposition goal tonight is number 72, the big Belarusian, Kirill Ustamenko. 20 minutes up on the board. We're ready, and we hope you are too, as Mark Johnstone steps in. And this game, the finale of this 3-game weekend series, is underway. The Growlers pick it up inside their own zone. There's Pietranero ahead for Johnstone. Spins it back for McKenna. He can't get in with it over the offensive zone. So it's cleared in by the Royals. Wide of the cage, smartly played by Horoski to let that one almost graze off the post in trying to earn that icing. Nice play.
Great play. Growlers able to get a bit of a line change here, looking like that top line going to stay out, but defensive pairing is going to switch up out here as that face-off is going to come to the glove side of Ustamenko.
Kirill Ustamenko. One of my favorite goalie names to say, I think, in this league. I mean, hopefully we get to say it a lot. Hopefully the Growlers are peppering him here tonight, but it's Johnstone on the draw here. We'll say hello to everyone tuned in on Rogers tonight. Happy to be back. Happy to see Bill and Steve on the desk tonight. We have a bunch of great interviews for you as well. In our first intermission, Brian Rogers will tee up a great chat with Nathan Noel. And in the second, Rogers has got Jeremy McKenna. All-star lineup, and there's McKenna. He'll try a shot. That one fought off. Right back into the corner it goes. And McKenna able to settle it, walking out of that left wing corner. Plays it back down low, trying to roll one to the opposite side corner for Zach O'Brien. It's stolen away instead by the Royals. They can't get it out. Held in at the line by Pomerleau. He can't keep it, though. So a one-on-two rush. Trevor Gooch. He'll hand it off into the high slot. Bykov down low to Morrison, and he couldn't hang on to the puck. The Growlers move it ahead. Nice little give and go. O'Brien in over the line, hands it back. Riley McCourt retreats back to his own zone. That allows the Growlers to complete a line change, and here comes Gordy Green. Look at the wheels on him on the right wing side. Green goes for the wraparound. Oh, nice stop by Ustamenko there to keep that right pad down. Puck is loose and knocked down by Green. What a steal. Trying to weave in on goal again. Instead, he'll hand it off up top for Hoffenmeyer. Down low, and McCourt, what an opportunity, puts it off the outside of the cage. Shots are 1-0 here. Only 1 minute and 40 seconds in here, but already lots of pace as Kenny Hausinger gets control. He's knocked off the puck by Hoffenmeyer, rolled back, and it's going to be stolen away, and away come the Growlers. Towards center, McCourt once again swings back into his own zone, and brought ahead now Pietranero for Mauricio Colella. He'll hit center and put one in off the backhand of the paddle of Kirill Ustamenko. The Growlers come away with the puck. Advanced behind the net by Colella, but gobbled up by the Reading defense. As Pistorius throws a check behind the play as the Royals make their way up ice. Pritchard bumped hard by Melindy there as well. As the Growlers come away with it, there's Pistorius. Ahead for Hayes. Back through the middle, Melindy jumps in off the line. He'll try a sharp angle try in on Ustamenko, forcing him to hang on with 17:32 left in the first.
Growlers doing a great job at generating everything towards the net here against Ustamenko. You know, that second line we had seen out there when Riley McCord, Evan Newgold, and Gordy Green. Last night, that line was flying, and they were clicking. Gordy Green throwing his weight around, McCord tying the game up early in the first there. You know, this line, while we say it's more of a defensive line because two defensemen on it, really offensively are extremely strong.
Very gifted line, no doubt about that, as Mark Johnstone steps in for an offensive zone face-off. Puck loose, and it's going to be Dominic Cormier playing it away. The Growlers do retrieve it. Nice behind the back pass by Pomerleau. Bounced ahead and chipped into the offensive zone by Johnstone. Right wing corner, the Growlers, Johnstone. He's under siege. A couple of Royals all over him, and it will be Dominic Cormier making his way in. Left wing corner, Cooper. He's bodied off the puck by Pomerleau. That allows Johnstone to free it up into the corner inside the Newfoundland end. Zach O'Brien for Garrett Johnston through the middle. A long pass connects with McKenna. He'll send this one into the offensive zone as that unit heads off for a change. 16:50 to go here in period numero uno. No score. The Growlers out shooting the Royals 2-0 here in the very early stages of this one. Pietranero behind his net for Hoffenmeyer. Hoffenmeyer ahead. Newgold behind the back to center. Gordy Green once again. His speed has been very dangerous looking throughout this series, and the first few minutes here tonight especially.
Yeah, I mean, he is, again, throwing his weight around, too. He was hitting everything that was moving last night.
There's Gordy Green, dances in over the line, looking to burn his man again, trying his shot there. It's off the stick of the defender, but ends up back at the point for Pietranero. Bounced off the end of the stick of McCourt. Luckily, he got back in time to prevent the rush as it's pushed into the Newfoundland zone. 4 minutes gone here in the opening stages. Still no score between your Growlers and the Reading Royals. Thanks for joining us here on this Saturday night in downtown St. John.
Growlers really working on that quick outplay of Hoffenmeyer waiting for the line change before moving the puck up the ice.
Advanced out. That one lost the eyes of everybody but Dan Cadigan, who swoops into his own zone but turns it over. High slot is Winquist in on goal, guided away by Horoski. And the Growlers looking to regain control of the puck. Escott, he lost sight of it there, and it's picked back up. Pritchard sends it to the line. Chen walks in, trying to find a shooting lane. Doesn't have one yet. Dishes it off for Millman. Save made. Loose underneath the goalie. The net's knocked off. And we have a stoppage with 15-16 to go. Well played by Horoski there. Strong to keep that puck out.
Absolutely. That was really the first opportunity for the Royals there, setting up that play from the point as Chen coming across. But Hustinger really getting in behind there before. A bit of an opportunity, but the pad down. Horoski making no problem with it.
Face off to the left of the new Growlers goaltenders, Johnstone, McKenna, and O'Brien with Garrett Johnston and Tristan Pomerleau. Johnstone against Thomas Ebbing on the face-off to the left of Horoski. Bouncing puck pushed loose into the corner. Pomerleau, he'll gobble it up. Oh, Garrett Johnston blew a tire and lost his opportunity to play the puck. Zach O'Brien trying to recover it. Johnstone flipped behind the net, just out of the reach of Pomerleau. He'll give chase, but it rolls to the line, held in by Dominic Cormier. Redirected in front, wide of the cage. Behind the net, Zach O'Brien trying to play it back for Garrett Johnston. Pomerleau and O'Brien trying to free it up out of a quick scrum behind the net. It will be Pomerleau skating this one to center ice. Ahead for McKenna, in over the line on sign, gets by McNally. McNally had no idea where the puck was. Loose into the corner, comes out. O'Brien was ready to snap that one in on Ustamenko. Instead, it's a quick 3-on-2 back for the Royals, but touched away. This could be an odd man rush back for Newfoundland. Toward the front of the cage, what an opportunity by Johnstone, and an even better save by Ustamenko as he laid out flat on his stomach and flipped one in on goal. What a play by Johnstone.
Second efforts were really the story last night, and we're still seeing them early into the first period here, which is great. Mark Johnstone, that was a great effort there.
That's exactly what you need to see. Long pass connects with Gordy Green, has a couple of options along the left wing boards. Newgold, his shot off his stick into the air, and it disappeared. That's out of play. 13:57 to go here in the opening frame. We're going to step away for our first timeout of the evening. No score, plenty of time left between the Growlers and the Royals right here on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
Thank you, Chris and Kellyanne. Bill and Steve here with you. And if you're one of the many that's looking at the people watching the game going, Alex Howarski, who's that?
It's certainly not somebody with an incredible big resume here. So what's happening here throughout the hockey world as well is with the taxi squads, we're getting a lot more opportunities as things funnel through. So we're starting to see people that we would not necessarily drafted, but people signed to short-term contracts to be able to get into organizations and make a name if the opportunity presents itself.
Yeah, well, he's a big dude. He's 6'5" in that crease with skates. If I do my math right, he's 6'17". So that's a big dude. So what a great chance. What a great premise to a great underdog story if all goes well for him.
Very much so. It's all about opportunity. Hockey's always been that way. We saw players today in the NHL in the All-Star game, Joe Pavelski, drafted so late but make a great career. So hockey's all about a game of opportunities, those that embrace them, and to see him get his first, he looks very comfortable in there, and great to see. So, yeah, it's all about opportunities, and he's going to make the best of it, I'm sure.
All right, back to Chris and Kellyanne on Rogers TV.
Line.
You'd swear he was trying to build his game up as a forward. Like he's taking draws regularly, like he's buying in, he's learning. You see it.
Absolutely.
He is developing this part of his game.
Big time. And the versatility to be able to switch your mind to defensively very quickly like he does, it's really impressive.
Nice recovery there by the Growlers, played ahead by Newgold, another example of that exact same style of player that we're used to seeing here in a Growlers uniform. Touched across, Morrison in over the line, he's bodied, puck rolled away from him. Physical play indeed here as Pietranero and McCourt throwing checks, and now Noel Hoffenmeyer is going to join the rush. He is the rush. A 1-on-3 as he rolls that one in, tripped up on the play, no call. As the Royals try to make their way up ice, another 1-on-3 rush. Gooch, he's the trailer. Cadigan, there's his shot in on goal, held by Howarski. No rebound with 13:11 remaining here in the first.
Gooch looking for that scoring touch that he had in that Thursday night game where he put 3 away.
He was dangerous.
He was, and a few chances last night getting down low and in behind, but tonight looking to do the same thing, although not cutting quite as much in front as we had seen on Thursday night.
Face off to the left of Howarski. Hausinger going for his skate, trying to keep away from C.J. Hayes. Can't keep away from Melindy down there either. He leaned into Pritchard, and Pritchard is rocked to the ice by Pistorius. A nice clean hit. Still down flat on his face there. There's Hausinger off a hit as well from Hayes. The physical play definitely going to be a factor here for the Growlers tonight, but you got to watch out for this guy. Jacob Pritchard, shot blocked by Melindy. It tumbles to center ice. Mauricio Colella trying to track it back down. Instead, the pass finds it's absolutely rocked was Millman by Pistorius. He doesn't even know what month it is down there. Trying to get him back. Pistorius says, I don't think so, pal. What a hit by Pistorius. And here comes Colella trying to capitalize on the momentum of that earth-shattering hit by Pistorius. My goodness.
Very similar spot as where he laid out last night as well.
Save made by Howarski, kicked away, rebound controlled by the Royals. Stepping in, it's off the goalpost, and it stays out. Penalty coming up, and it's against the Royals with 12:01 to go.
A little shocking considering how disciplined the Royals generally are, but
Frank DiChiara right now is literally saying, me? Are you serious? I agree. I thought the Growlers were maybe guilty of an infraction or two amongst everything we saw, but
maybe all this hitting is really getting underneath the skin of the Royals because they've been rocked twice here real quick. Between Melindy and Pistorius.
that hit by Pistorius was next level awesome. I love that style of play. I just wish there were fans here in the building to...
Oh, they'd be on their feet.
Oh, it would be echoing throughout the downtown core, but the Growlers in the league's second best power play gets a chance to go to work, but they may have to retrieve this one from their own zone off a clear. That one got through the legs of the goaltender, but no harm done as it's corralled in by Hoffenmeyer. McKenna, patient with the puck, playing it back to O'Brien. O'Brien Up on the right wing to Gordy Green. Green sends it into the corner. Earl Bryan gives chasing each. Garrett 6 years. Nice check thrown by Gordy Green. Couldn't get enough on it to get it back to the line in a 2-on-2 rush. Back for the Royals, short-handed. Poked away from Ebbing. And a man tripped up. There's a penalty coming up to Newfoundland. So we'll have 4-a-side hockey for 1 minute and 22 seconds. And then a truncated Reading power play. But hey, 4-on-4. Not a bad situation for Newfoundland. Lots of ice out there for the speedsters to go to work.
Absolutely, and with the energy we've already seen at the beginning of this game, similar to what we saw last night, it could actually be in the Growlers' best interest to utilize this as they'll have more room on the ice. Royals, it doesn't necessarily more room for them because the Growlers have been pouring everything on. There's been a lot of contact.
Johnston out there with McKenna and Pomerleau. Gooch wins it cleanly back to McFadden for Reading. Goes for a skate to the right wing face-off. Doc Morrison. Nice job to pull it off the wall. Trying to circle to an open man. Leaves it up top for Dominic Cormier. He's been good this series. That's a nice block by McKenna. Unable to steal it away, but he will push it to center ice. McFadden tap back to Cormier. Now in 3 wide come the Royals. Morrison into the slot. And a kick save off the stick of Horowski. Another opportunity coming for Reading off the boards. Corralled by Cormier. Flip through the middle. Wide open is Gooch. And a great pad save by Horowski. Recovered by Garrett Johnston, but he turns it over. Morrison stolen right back by Garrett Johnston. He'll advance it for Johnstone. Johnstone, patient, spins it back for Garrett Johnston. 30 seconds to go on the Frank Duchera minor. 1:05 to go on the Riley McCourt minor. And here comes Zach O'Brien. Flying across the line, trying to deke around his man, but Bykov stole it. Now it's a 2-on-1. Holding Winquist across. What a save by Horowski, stretching across to keep it out.
Huge pad save there with that pass wide open for the Royals.
Gordy Green drops it for O'Brien. What a feed across. Pietranero looks up top and he can't find it. Frank Duchera's out of the box. A 35-second power play here for Reading. And launched the length of not the length of the ice, knocked away by O'Brien, trying to set up Gordy Green shorthanded. Certainly wouldn't be the first time how the Growlers have struck shorthanded, but just already a half period gone here, and another fast pace and offside is Bykov. 9:37 left in the first period, but what a stretch pad save by Horowski here.
Huge pad save, especially Pietranero. Kind of taking himself out of the play there, caught a tire, it almost seemed like, and then creating that 2-on-1 opportunity. But Horowski really showing a great showing here at this spot.
Yeah, he's 7 for 7 shots and saves here in the early stages. Made a couple of dandies too.
Oh, absolutely.
Face off one back by the Growlers and cleared away by McKenna. Behind the net is Kirill Ustamenko. Pritchard already cherry-picking in behind the Growler blue line. He gets onside as McNally throws it off the outside of the net. Melindy poked it free. The Royals still have control, but we are back to 5-a-side here as Melindy throws Pritchard to the ice like a rag doll.
Melindy's been tracking Pritchard every single time the two of them are out there.
Well, I can't say I blame him. He leads the Royals against the Growlers in scoring this season. 11 points, 5 goals, 6 assists. So yeah, he's maybe right to do that. He knows what he's doing out there. The captain. Under 9 minutes to go. Both teams complete a line change. That allows time for Matteo Pietranero to survey his options and hand it across. Through the middle and on the right wing side, C.J. Hayes in chase. He'll throw a check and knock his man to his backside. Newgold and Hayes continue to battle in behind the net in the offensive zone. Newgold trying to poke that puck loose from out of the scrum. It does get poked loose, but the Royals get control, sending it ahead for Cooper. Hoffenmeyer leaves it behind, and Kallela sends it, trying to send it to center, but it was off the linesman, and the Royals get control. At center, swept across to Thomas Ebbing. Ebbing goes for a skate. Hoffenmeyer stays with him, forces him to hand it off. Cecile across to the right-hand side, blocked in front. Oh, the second opportunity is tucked in by Frank Teixeira. 7:58 left in the first, and Reading draws first blood here tonight.
Teixeira had a bit of time there in front and really fooled Karofsky in terms of looking like he was going to go over his right shoulder, but then circling back over his left, tucking that one into Karofsky. Was already going across to stretch the pad out, thinking that was going blocker side.
On the 8th shot of the game, the Royals strike first here tonight. Kind of a broken play in front after a couple of really big saves. Hey, it kind of stinks to see that one be the one that gets by him and opens the scoring tonight, but hey, we still have 48 minutes of hockey ahead of us. Lots of fun. Here comes Gordy Green. Centering effort there, stolen away by Morrison. Long feed, connects with Gooch, trying to get between the defenders, unable to do so, and then he sends it the widest I've ever seen someone shoot a puck.
I think he was looking for the pass.
He had it way too much. No one's receiving that pass. Dropped off. Gordy Green steps away from a check from Gooch and cuts in front of the Growler bench through the middle to O'Brien. He'll dance by his man, but the puck's recovered. And now a 3-on-2 back for the Royals into the slot by Cobb. Had his stick lifted all the way in on goal. And a fighting blocker saved by Horosky. The Growlers control the puck behind the net. Played ahead to Melindy. Up for Gordy Green. He's been the most dangerous Growler here in the opening period, no doubt about that. Back in his own zone is Pomerleau. Doing figure eights down there, keeping Windquist at bay. James Melindy waits for the Growlers to complete a line change before starting it ahead with a pass to Johnstone. Poke check free. Another odd man rush back for the Royals. Hausinger for Windquist. His shot high and wide. Off the end boards, collected by Pritchard. He's out-muscled by Johnstone. Puck back up top to the point to Chen. He'll hold it in. Loose into the corner, Pritchard. He's got Johnstone again all over him. Melindy leans into his man. Johnstone, he's knocked to the ice in front of the goal, but the Growlers still have the puck. Sent off the boards to the line, not out. Now it'll get out as Johnstone tumbles one ahead for Pistorius. He's got Escott with him. Pistorius, what a move to center it. Tripped up, no call. 6 minutes to go here in the first period. That's all I can say about it.
Pritchard really taking him down there throughout, but Pistorius, great move in the meantime as he comes in again.
There he is with a shot off the blocker of Ustamenko, right into the shin pads of Gordy Green. He's going to try to center it for Garrett Johnston. That's blocked away in the Royals. They'll skate it in. Ebbing down the left wing, trying to get by Garrett Johnston, but he can't beat Horosky. Puck pulled away by McCourt, spins loose. Dan Cadigan leans into his man down there, but it's the Royals. Cecile who comes away with it in the right wing corner, freeing it up for Cressy. Back down low, rolls to the opposite side corner. Newgold gives chase. Newgold is there. It's going to come up top. McFadden, he's harassed by his man down there. Cadigan, a great play against Cressy to free up the puck and send it to the line. It gets out, and that's going to set up Riley McCourt to go for a skate. Offside on the Growlers. 5:07 to go. Here in the opening frame, 1-0 Reading. The shot's 11-4 in favor of the Royals as we step aside for a short break. You're listening to Newfoundland Growlers Hockey with Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts right here on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
Thank you, guys. Bill and Steve here from the Rogers TV studios. And again, we were mentioning earlier about Alex Horosky, who led in his first goal. I think he's doing pretty good so far. First professional game right here.
I think he looks incredibly composed. His side-to-side movement has been very good. A little bit of tough luck on that with the puck, the way it made its way across and just chipped there. You know, he was in a position, he was tracking it well, it just went the other way. Yeah. So a little toughness there, but he looks composed, he looks comfortable, as he should. And, I think that he'll settle in real nice, and the D will play very well in front of him.
Those Growler fans who have been asking the fellow Growler fans, what is wrong with the Newfoundland Growlers losing all these games? Well, you have to understand that this is not a complete Growlers team that's on the ice right now.
Yeah, for sure. There's a little bit of a bug going through the team. A lot of them are in COVID protocol right now, and it's not their lineup. It's certainly opportunities for everybody else, for I guess, next man up.
Right.
And right now, but they are a little suffering. We will see a different lineup as the games progress onwards.
All right, back to Chris and Kellyanne on Rogers TV.
Hoffenmeyer and Pietranero on the back end, and it's Hoffenmeyer finding Pietranero to lift that one in behind Ustamenko. Out of his cage, he's going to flip that one off the dasher boards, held into the line. Hoffenmeyer tried to flip it into the corner, and that's going to backfire. Gooch trying to cut in, but a great play by the goaltender Horowski to intercept that and send it ahead. And speaking ahead, here's Johnstone, unable to get a shot off, but he will center it for O'Brien, looking for McKenna's side door, just missed him with a hefty pass. Flipping it down low again is Hoffenmeyer. Into the corner, behind the net goes McKenna. And it's off of the stick of Dominic Cormier and out of play with 4:30 remaining here in the opening frame. And don't forget, stick around in our first intermission on Rogers. We got Brian Rogers and Nathan Noel back in the lineup this weekend. Still a few maintenance days for Nathan Noel, why he's not in today. But nonetheless, Raj able to catch up with him. Haven't seen Nate in a while. And on Mixler, you'll hear from Danielle Goyette, the new assistant coach. It's the post-game audio from last night, but honestly, the conversation was so engaging that it is worth playing it for you. You need to hear the insight from this Hockey Hall of Famer, Order of Canada recipient in our first intermission on Mixler. Stick around.
She's pretty remarkable.
An understatement, no doubt.
Oh, big.
On the right wing side, Gordy Green tries to get in. It's chopped away from him. Newgold spins and fires right into the catching mitt of Kirill Ustamenko. 4:07 left in the first. 11-4. The shots for Reading. 1-0 it is for the visitors.
Looking almost like James Melindy is essentially being matched up with Pritchard out there. It seems like every time Pritchard's out there, Melindy's not far behind.
To the left of Ustamenko we go. Hausinger under trouble inside his own zone. Millman gets it off his stick. Feels like every game this series, the Royals have had one or two collisions with their own players. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, the one where they were in the offensive zone in front of the net there last game.
Yeah, like taking themselves out. It's not anything. It's just funny to see it happen with such regularity. It's a little strange. But hey, when you're I mean, no doubt they've been playing with a lot of pace this weekend. So when you're flying that high and Pistorius knocking two players, including one of his own, to the ice, and he'll fling it in on goal. This one held by Ustamenko. 3:25 to go here in the opening period. A fifth shot of the period for Newfoundland. A great defensive period, I think, for the Growlers, even though they're allowing 11 shots on goal. But a great opening period for Alex Horowski in goal for Newfoundland.
I wouldn't say there were many prime scoring opportunities on those shots. Growlers doing a great job defensively of picking guys up and really keeping their head on a swivel and tracking players as they're coming through the high slot or cutting across top of the circles, which Reading does quite frequently.
I find his stance a little interesting, how he's watching.
I think it's because he's so tall.
Good point. In on goal! Trying to shovel that one inside door with Pietranero right off the face-off. Puck rolls away, though. To the opposite side corner, played ahead for Reading. Ebbing up on the right wing side. In comes Cressy with speed. And that one will wide of the cage. Off the end boards. O'Brien tried to find McKenna streaking down the left wing. But it's broken up and sent into the Newfoundland zone. What a play by Hoffenmeyer to free it up against the defender. And now an outlet pass hops over the stick of Jeremy McKenna. He'll chase it down in the offensive zone, unable to do so. And once again, off the skates of the official, right onto the tape of the Reading Royals. Spinning pass stolen away by Colella. Poke checked away from him, but C.J. Hayes there to pick it up and hand it back across into the corner. And Esket, that pass a little hot to handle. And Garrett Johnston, unable to hold the line, comes back to center, gives it to the Royals. Cross ice feed, and in comes Gooch down the left wing. Look at the glove hand of Horowski, reeling that one in with a big save with 2:24 to go.
Gooch has been doing this all game too, where he's really creeping.
We got replays on our monitor here. Look at that.
You can see him tee up there, but what he's been doing lately is if the puck looks like it's even close to their blue line, he's already behind it, and he's looking for that quick breakaway. It's happened nearly twice. Noel Hoffenmeyer catching the first time, and the second time the puck not quite getting there, but, you know, he's looking to keep his point streak alive.
Tristan Pomerleau off the one face-off, off of McCourt and out to center ice. McCourt able to free it back up for the Growlers, and Melindy takes a pass Just inside his own blue line from Tristan Pomerleau. At center, McCourt swings it back again for Pomerleau. We were talking off air a moment ago, you know, it's definitely a patient style that the Growlers are playing here tonight. Thus far, I'm here for it. Spinning one in on goal again. Was Noel just wide of the cage. Gordy Green, oh, putting in some fantastic work. A one-timer. Pomerleau's stick broke. Still managed to advance the puck towards the cage. Unable to get much wood on that one was Riley McCourt. And it's cleared away by the Royals. Hoffenmeyer able to get it across to Melindy. Back to Hoffenmeyer. Only 90 seconds to go here in this opening period. 1-0 Reading. Shots are 12-6 for the Royals. Pass through the middle. That one stolen away by Cooper. He'll leave it back. And now the Royals patiently come out of their own zone. Millman ahead. Off the stick of the goal scorer, DeChara, in deep Hoffenmeyer. Left wing corner, centered out, and it's poked away. Another opportunity. This one wide of the cage off the stick of Chen. Around again, Cooper sends it up top and across to Millman. Look at a lot of scrumming there behind the net. How's that not a penalty one way or the other? Johnstone all tied up down there.
He's also holding up another stick, so I think.
Well, one way or the other. I mean,
absolutely. The ref kind of just moved his hand to the side as if to say, "Let's go."
I don't know though. If you see penalties, isn't it your job to call them?
That just means having to lift the arm, though.
That's true. Maybe he had his COVID booster recently, and that's why he can't lift his arm up. That's got to be it.
It's fair reasoning.
The Royals with only 25 seconds left here. In the opening frame, roll that one down into the right wing corner. 20 seconds to go. Garrett Johnston, he had his stick check. Fighting to get it out. He and Jeremy McKenna. Nice physical play there by Johnston. Rolling it back in. Gooch centers, open man, and a nice save. Horoski, he'll hang on to that one. 3.3 seconds to go here in the opening frame. The shots are one-sided. We'll say that. It is 15-6 on the shot clock in favor of Reading. But overall, not a bad period here for these Growlers, provided they survive the next 3 and change here.
You know, Horoski really doing a great job in the back end there, especially, you know, considering he probably only arrived today, and then to shake off any jet lag real quick and get in net.
One back by the Growlers, and they're going to let those 3 seconds just drip off the clock. 1-0 Royals. After the opening 20 minutes, shots were 15-6. And we'll step away for a short break. So for those of you tuned in on Rogers, you'll tune in to Bill and Steve and our interview with Brian Rogers and Nathan Noel. And for those of you on Mixler, join us for a great chat post-game last night with Danielle Goyette, a Hockey Hall of Famer and new Growlers assistant coach, right here on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
All right, thank you, Chris Ballard and Kellyanne Roberts. Bill Hart, Steve Callahan here for the first intermission. It's 1-0 for the Reading Royals. The Newfoundland Growlers trying to snap a 5-game losing streak. Let's be honest, us Growler fans not used to seeing our team losing.
No, and it is a depleted lineup. Again, we're not here to make excuses. We understand that it's going to be, next man up mentality, but you can really see that it is a different team. It's not one. Generally, the Growlers are exploding through the neutral zone. They're creating offense. You know, they have a strong cycle game, and it's really lacking there tonight. It's standing out with the effort of just a couple of people. You know, whether it be Nick Pistorius with his physical play or Gordy Green and his speed. You know, those things are standing out, but as a team, you're really not seeing those combinations that we're used to seeing, whether it's Zach and Marcus and these things. So it's next man up, and those are opportunities, but really it's not the team that we're used to as fans.
Right, exactly. Well, coming up this first intermission, you're going to find out why we're wearing these stickers here this evening, and the same stickers you'll find on the helmets of the Newfoundland Growlers players. Brian Rogers is going to be chatting with our boy Nathan Noel. But first, let's hit some highlights. Not many. We only got 2 to show you, really. We're going to start with this pretty cool save from the newcomers. Kellyanne Roberts mentioned, I just flew in today.
Yeah, and I really like Reading's neutral zone speed, which has opened up a lot of things. I'm not quite sure if this was going wide, but, you know, post to post, this was a beautiful save coming right across. Whether it was going to hit the net or not, it was certainly not going to make its way in. No, that was absolutely stunning. Right. We didn't see it in live action, whether it was going to be was going to go wide or not, but wow, those legs came right across, and that's where size counts for sure.
6'5". That's, that's why he's there.
That was not a double pad stack there. That was weight across, and that was beautiful. Beautiful transition, beautiful read, fantastic save. Love seeing that. That was just incredible.
Good on him. Now, he couldn't stop all of them as he got fooled on this play here, as you're about to see.
Again, I love perimeter play when the ice is as open as what it is, and we come right across. Just that little flea flicker at the net. It gets a little mixed up in a bit of traffic, and then Redinger, able to poke it home. I believe it's on the back end. But again, as we see, his tracking ability here is great. He sees the puck. Yeah, he's originally going to save it. It just goes off a skate, another stick, and then just ends up in the other direction there. Nothing to fault there on his behalf, but just great perimeter play. Love that. Love to see it when a team is moving the puck across, certainly across the umbrella and the perimeter, and then they get those shots, those low shots. And we talked a lot about that today in the All-Star game with the skills competition that happened at the NHL level. And we're talking about how in the days before of the big hard shots and the big clappers, and now today most skilled defensemen, it's all about the little flea flicker, just getting it in on net, making sure not giving anybody opportunity to pick up plays or goalies to even get set. Just get those pucks in. Let's get the rebounds going, tip action. That's what we had there. That's why they're up 1-0. Real smart road period by Reading.
All right, so lots of hockey left. Stick around. The first intermission continues here on Rogers TV.
Interest payments were going up. Creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at James & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the Warriors.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
It all started.
Welcome back to the first intermission. Bill and Steve are with you. We have an interview standing by. You got some messages that we have to get to a few folks watching the broadcast on Rogers TV. Not only Rogers TV, but to those of you viewing on Eastlink tonight. Glad to have you along for this hockey ride. You're about to meet Brian Rogers, if you've never met him before, as he chats with Nathan Noel, our boy.
A little ball of hate.
Yeah.
Spill, thanks, Steve. Good to see you again. I hope the feelings are mutual, my friends. Here with Nathan Noel, native Newfoundlander, in fact, a townie from St. John's, Newfoundland, Labrador. Nate, thanks for joining us on Rogers Television this weekend as your hockey club takes on the Reading Royals in a real challenge between the two top teams in the Northern Division. Let's break down what's gone on for you this year amongst everything else that's happened. Nate, I know how psyched up you were and how pumped up you were to join your hometown team to play pro hockey again, but things have, there's been a few roadblocks along the way.
Yeah, I mean, there's always a few roadblocks when it comes to hockey, and injuries, unfortunately, is a big part of that. So, I mean, I feel good now, but yeah, I had a little bang up there, was out for about 8 to 10 weeks, and that's just part of it. You got to stay in shape and keep persevering and pushing through.
Well, you did an outstanding job. I'm sure mentally it is trying to in the middle of a pandemic. Your teammates are either playing on the road and you can't. What did you do to keep yourself both physically and mentally prepared?
There's a great staff here with the Growlers. It's first class. So Bianca and John Reed both helped out a lot with my recovery, and I was able to get some ice time here at Mile 1. The staff here has been great as well. So I mean, it wasn't, and obviously a little bit of video games and stuff like that in my off time, but I was able to keep busy and keep in shape, so I'm ready to get back at her here.
Absolutely. Well, Nate, you were playing outstanding hockey when the team was locked out of the Mary Brown Center and had to play out of the CBS Arena in Calgary. That was a great job done out there, of course, by their staff and so on. But you were playing excellent hockey. You were engaged each and every shift. You had the boys all going around in the room and everything, and that had to feel real good wearing the hometown jersey.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I try to bring to the game, just try to play as hard as I can every shift, every game, and that's just kind of my personality, and obviously guys' personalities come out on the ice, so that's just the way I try to play the game, and obviously it was unfortunate I got injured, but just got to get back to playing my game.
Nate, you've got tremendous skill, but you're a player that can play in both ends of the rink. And I see it almost looks to me like you're really playing defensively as well, but you like go to the dirty areas to win battles. Is that something that you've done all your life as a pro?
I think it's more of a learned thing. In junior, it was kind of easier to stay on the outside. You could still put up points and stuff, but in the pro circuit, it's a lot harder to score goals and get on the board. So I think I'm finding my niche is kind of getting to the net and getting goals in like the dirty areas, and that's been more successful than staying to the outside. So try to stick with that.
Yeah. A lot of guys don't like going to the front of the net. You have no fear there.
Well, I don't mind it because that's where the goals are scored. So you got to go there if you want to score and want to contribute for your team.
That's a tremendous point. I'm wondering how many coaches use that to try to fire up their young players in this day and age. You had a great career with the St. John Sea Dogs of the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. I know you relished your time there. It's a great hockey town, Harbor Station, great little building to play in, great fan support. Must have been cool playing for the Sea Dogs on your ascent to the pros.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, we were started off as a not very good team, and we were all young, and we were able to stay together for all 4 years, and we ended up winning a championship together at the end of it. So that was the ultimate goal, and we got that done. We came up short in the Memorial Cup, which is still to this day. You obviously want that back, but that's a tough tournament to win. It's an elimination tournament. So, but we ended up winning our league and cherish my time in St. John and love the city too.
Yeah. I got to say, I didn't like particularly a lot when I was a youngster going up there, but going back in the American Hockey League days, the guys up there were great. Nate, this has got to be, I'm not going to say a dream come true, but to be able to come back and play with some of your, fellow Newfoundlanders and fellow townies, like Marcus and Zach and Mel and the boys, it's got to be pretty special, but there's still a lot of work to do, and I know what the goal is at the end of it.
Yeah, for sure. It's awesome. It's a privilege to be here, and it's also a great organization to try to move up the ranks, and that's still my goal here is to move up in hockey, still being a young guy, and here's a great place to do that, and hopefully at the end of it we can hoist the Kelly Cup again. I mean, we got a lot of pieces in the room who the new guys, including myself, have kind of grabbed the rope and followed them. So it's a good mix of guys here, and I think we could have another chance to win another championship here.
Absolutely. Amen, brother. I know after the devastating news about Chris Abbott, our dear friend, and of course our beloved mascot and the heart and soul of our organization, I know everybody in that room wants to win for Abbott.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, I knew his son growing up, played on his soccer team and hockey team, and I knew Abo, and he's just a special person and brought a lot of energy to Model 1, and he's irreplaceable, but I mean, he's in our memory, and he'll never be forgotten in this stadium for sure.
Yeah, thanks for that, Nate. That certainly is warm coming from a youngster that knew him well. We all love him, and we know he's up there smiling, looking down on us here as a part of the Growler Valley. Nathan, thanks so much for joining us, brother. Stay healthy, stay safe. You're an integral part of this team. You know it, I know it, and the fans know it, so go get them.
Thanks, Raj.
That's Nathan Noel, number 16 of your Newfoundland Growlers. You might not be able to cheer him on here live and in person this weekend, but you'll be able to do it soon, fans, so keep the faith. Now let's go back to the desk.
All right, thank you, Brian. Yeah, we're definitely keeping the faith. We want to get back into that Mary Brown Center and start seeing fans screaming their heads off. We're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back as the first intermission continues on Rogers TV.
Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at James & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I can't thank people enough for donating to the war amps.
If I could, I'd give every single donor a big hug, because things that they've allowed these kids to do are amazing.
Gives them the opportunity to experience life as everyone else would.
They can do so much. They can play musical instruments, snowboarding, play hockey, kayak, swim. There's no doors being closed to them, and I find that amazing.
It's affected my family in a way that we may never be able to thank you.
Welcome back to the first intermission. Bill and Steve here. We're really saddened by the news this week to hear the passing of Chris Abbott, Abbo. Now, Steve and I, we have both been to major sports events, and we've seen their mascots, and we can look you dead in the eye and tell you straight up that Buddy the Puffin was the greatest mascot ever, and the reason for that was inside the costume, and that was Chris Abbott, who brought magic and brought love to every single game, whether it be basketball, ice caps, baby Leafs, and we honor him with this little clip of what he was all about. Man, yes. I'm telling you, it's like, how many kids have grown up going to games screaming out Buddy? You always knew when Buddy was in the crowd because the kids would scream. And now some of those kids that were screaming during the old Baby Leaf days, their kids are going to the Growlers games and looking for Buddy, watching him do what no one else could do.
My son is 20 years old, and I remember his first reactions when he would see Buddy. And you know, this is not something that you can fake. This is something that you live. It embodies, and yes, it comes through in a character. But this was who he was underneath and outside of this as well. You know, one of the greatest things they can say about you is not what you did in life, but how you made others feel. And it's easy to show up to a hockey game. Well, I won't say it's easy. I could never say that. But you know, it's okay to show up to a hockey game and entertain people, but to walk the hospital aisles, to go into the rooms of those that are suffering a lot more than we could ever imagine, and put a smile on those faces, means that you were always wearing a halo, and you were certainly an angel. But to be able to do those things, to be able to make those people smile and touch their hearts and leave within them a special moment is something that is truly, truly incredible and special to be able to have. Hats off to you, Chris, and you will forever and continue to live within our hearts.
Yeah, without a doubt. Got a message here from Matthew Kelly. We get a lot of messages like this before the broadcast. And Matthew says, I think Chris Abbott, a.k.a. Buddy, should be inducted into the Newfoundland Hall of Fame.
Yeah, I think those things are going to are certainly going to open doors. You know, as people process this, and who's going to be the next one, where are they going to go? I think we have to have that period of appreciation. We have to have that period of a person, because it wasn't just a character. This was somebody that was living this on a daily basis. Somebody that, again, was just bigger than life, bigger than the character. And I believe that this is a period of letting us remember, appreciate, on a side note of grievance, but letting us understand that this was something that was bigger, and it's going to be a bigger story as we go about generations. We're talking about almost 30 years and of an impact of so many tremendous lives. And I think that the special moments will arise. His place will certainly be waiting for him locally, and right now he's kind of just, hey, what's going on? Let's make sure we get the next one, and that's just where he was all about. But the impact he has made on so many lives, not only of those people's kids, and those people's grandkids for future to come, is what will be specially known about Abbott.
Yeah, Chris Abbott. Not everybody knew him. Everybody loved him. All right, we're getting set for the second period of play. The Newfoundland Growlers are down 1-0. As we've said earlier, a depleted lineup against a very skilled Reading Royals team. What do?
Well, I think they've got to keep it simple, and it's easy to say that, but we heard it in interviews, we heard it said time and time, we heard it by the broadcast crew that we've got to make sure that to get those pucks in areas where they're going to be successful, in around the blue paint, in around the cycle zones, in around the corners. If it comes to the point, let's make sure it goes in quick right away. Learn from Reading and what they got on their first goal as well. So keep the game simple when you don't have that instant chemistry that might be there. Keep it simple, get pucks in, and have opportunities where they can get up. I think they need to move their feet a little bit more. They haven't got that energy going. So,
well, Chris and Kellyanne are waiting, so let's go back to them. Mary Brown Center we go, live on Rogers TV.
Royals.
Jackson Cressy down the middle, Frank DiChiara on the right wing, and Zach O'Brien having a friendly conversation with I don't know who the hell. It's Thomas Ebbing. Cressy and Johnstone to take the face-off. 20 minutes up on the board. And the second period here between the Growlers and the Royals is underway. The Growlers looked like they were going to win the face-off, and they did just that. O'Brien trying to thread one through to Johnstone. That one blocked away. Cressy tries to get in with it. He'll hand it across to Ebbing, who rolls it in deep. Left wing corner, Ebbing retrieves it, sending it down low. Johnstone is there. Oh, and a dangerous pass. Pinballs around, and oh boy, Ebbing blew a tire trying a one-timer, and the Growlers regain control out at center, but it's touched away. Now it's a one-on-one rush, maybe a two-on-one. Centering feed, lunging in after it, but a nice poke check there by Horowski, confidently putting it into the danger zone there, but lifted away by Hoffenmeyer. It lands for O'Brien, tries a shot, it's off his stick and wide. Off the end boards, Johnstone pitchfork to Chara there, and the Growlers regain control and flip that one in deep. 1 minute gone here in the second period. Shots are 15-6 for the visiting Royals, looking for their third consecutive win here against the Growlers. And in the season series, there's an opportunity in tight. That one fluttered wide as the pass, the outlet feed from Dan Cadigan's off a boot, but Riley McCourt chipped to center ice. What I was trying to say was in the season series, Growlers won the first 3 games of the season series against Reading, and then Reading has won 4 in a row, including 2 here this weekend. The Royals still with it in the offensive zone. Left wing side, Morrison looking for some clean ice. Cuts around again, skating his way into the ice, being watched and had it stripped by Gordy Green, and away come the Growlers. He's got Dan Cadigan darting away with him. Green, his shot off the shoulder of Ustimenko, right back to the point. Pomerleau holds it in. He'll try his shot, that one wide, activating off the line to cover his new goal. He'll pick it up out of behind the net. Newgold dances in and flipped one over the glove wide of Ustimenko. Rolls toward the line now. Newgold's got to hurry back. Gooch over center. Gets between the defense, but not James Melindy. He corkscrewed him into the ice, still spinning his way to the bench is Gooch as the Growlers turn it over in center ice. Pritchard down the left wing, has a little room, can't beat Horowski. A big pad save, he'll cover up with 17:36 left in the second.
Growlers with a few opportunities there, really coming in off the rush. Dan Cadigan making that forward push there, and you know that the guys out in Coleshed and Logie Bay are cheering hard. I got the Cadigan and the Cole crowd out there, and you know they're tuned in.
It was so good to see him doing that play. I mean, that's Growler hockey. Everyone has to be able to chip in all areas of the game. And it as a new player on this team, it's hard as a defenseman to have the confidence in yourself to join the rush in a situation like that, even though that is how this team likes to play. And to see him buying in and darting down the ice full tilt, so good to see.
Creating scoring opportunities that the Growlers nearly capitalized on.
Well, maybe his best play as a Growler, quite frankly. And he's had a few to pick from. He's been excellent. At center, Johnstone able to steal it away. In over the line onside, just out of reach of O'Brien. Loose in the corner, O'Brien pulled it away from Chen down there. Puck still bouncing around, trying to get it back to O'Brien was McKenna. But Hausinger is crushed by McKenna. Even guys we're not used to seeing, really dish out the heavy stuff have been doing it. McKenna's had a chip on his shoulder. Last night, O'Brien threw the biggest hit I've ever seen him throw.
So nonchalant, too.
And he caught him clean in the chest. It was a hard hit.
Pistorius laying out another guy here, second big hit of the night against Cooper.
You love to see it. This is the Growlers doing what they can to adapt. And here come the Royals in over the line. Cooper almost left the puck behind. Oh, they score. A redirection in front. Snuck over the glove of Alex Horowski. 2-0 Reading with 16:23 left in the second.
Bit of traffic in front there, hard to track that puck as it was redirected right at the last moment there. Tough one there as the Reading Royals go up 2-0 over the Growlers. But you know, something the Growlers have been doing, and you just talked about it, was using their body quite a bit. It's almost like they're trying to wear down the Royals by continuously just putting the pressure on and creating a lot of opportunities by pushing guys off the puck.
Face off at center, Riley McCourt tied up with Cressy, and the Royals will pull this one away near their own blue line across to Cormier. Dominic Cormier. At least there's only one Cormier on the ice tonight.
Bit easier.
That's the only upside to not having our own Evan Cormier in the lineup, is that only one. Played in deep by Gordy Green, giving chase to Evan Newgold. Taken away instead. Held in at the line nicely by Garrett Johnston. Weaves his way into open ice. Can't do much with it from there as it's cleared away by the Royals. Dalked ahead by Cadigan up on the right wing side. And a very late offside call.
Yeah, a little surprised with the whistle there on that one, but either way, another offensive opportunity here for the Growlers with that faceoff coming just outside. They won't go for the full line change, looking like they're going to keep that McCourt, Newgold, and as I say that, they all go to the bench. Oh, looking like they're actually debating whether that was truly offside.
Oh.
Melindy and O'Brien. Melindy chatting with the refs.
I need to chirp whoever decided to, in an empty building, play, and you're singing along to Baby Shark.
It's catchy.
Oh, Kelly.
But yes, I'm also debating it's being played right
I'm like,
now.
if you have people in the building, hey, yeah, you got to get the kids dancing. I'm all for it. And I hope your kids are dancing at home. But
maybe that's the play there.
Maybe. Pomerleau dropped it off for McKenna. Alone in front. Oh, a big save. The rebound for Johnstone. He had a couple of tries, but couldn't tuck it behind Ustimenko. Johnstone remains all over his man on the right wing corner. O'Brien trying to McKenna trying to pull the puck away. 15-20 to go. The Growlers do come away with it. Pomerleau in toward the cage. His shot got blocked. Into the corner. The Royals lift it to the line. Melindy And now a 2-on-1 back for Reading. Over the line, cross ice for Gooch. He's stoned by Horoski. And they tuck in the rebound.
Tough one there after that first incredible save. Not much you can do when you're not near the net. See it here on the replay. Horoski coming across, catching that first one, but the puck bouncing behind him. No issue for the Royals to put that one away after that as they go up 3-0. 15 minutes left to go in the second.
Back to center ice we go. 3-0 Reading. Shots are 17-8 for the visitors. As Chen gets it across for Hausinger. No, that's Hausinger there. Whatever. Back inside the Newfoundland zone. The Growlers do get control. Noel Hoffenmeyer up on the right wing for Pistorius. Long outlet pass for Escott. Just too far in front of him. He'll continue to give chase against Mikey Chen. Pistorius, another nice hit there. And he's going to go to the penalty box for tripping.
I think that's a bit of a light call. Pistorius' stick, I wouldn't say really touched there, but
oh, of all of
Royal
the
did go down.
Things that have and have not been called over the course of the last 3 games, that's laughable. No doubt about it.
Yeah. Ustimenko making his way to the bench just in time for Royal to put out another player.
Another nice blocker save there by Horoski, punching that one to Newt. The Growlers touched.
Yeah, no whistle on that one either. Maybe you could argue no control. I'm looking on the... that was control.
And there's the whistle. 14:06 left here in the second period. 28 of the shots. And the Growlers going to the penalty kill as Pistorius, who was probably sitting on the bench. That was a long delayed penalty.
He's also arguing that he barely, I wouldn't even say he touched the skates of the Royal player that went down there. Just maybe wrong place, wrong time.
So the Growlers penalty kill gets a chance to go to work. Comes into tonight at 83.8% on the penalty kill. That is good.
Growlers have a very offensive penalty kill as well, so it'll be interesting to see how this pans out.
8th best penalty kill in the ECHL, with a whole lot of short-handed goals for. So maybe that's how the Growlers get their offense started here tonight. Behind the net, pulled away by the Royals. They'll start it up ice. All kinds of room out there, 3 wide as they headed up for Bykov. Along the right, they got a man cutting to the goal. That's Frank Teixeira. That's knocked away from him, Morrison. Holds the line for Bykov. Redirected in front, wide of the cage by Gooch. Gooch behind the net, tries to center. Shot, they didn't call that a penalty.
Royals are calling for it.
There's Teixeira with a steal. Into the left wing corner, Morrison goes for a skate with it. Up top, back to the point. McNally hands it off to the left-hand side, gets it back, fakes the one-timer, and then gives the puck to Mark Johnstone. Thanks, bud. And the Growlers clear the zone.
Growlers playing a more defensive penalty kill here than we're used to seeing.
No, that's a really good observation. Normally the Growlers are really just trying to capitalize when down a man, but this time almost got caught there. The Royals regain control. Only 45 seconds to go on this power play. Pistorius in the penalty box. Left wing corner. The Royals send it back up to the left point. Across to Josh Winquist, top of the right wing circle. Played down low. Centering pass is broken up, held in by McFadden. Good puck movement here by Reading. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Across again to Winquist. He'll step in. His pass hopped over Pritchard. He's crushed by Pietranero. He has had the Growlers have had his number, is what I'm trying to say. Top circle, Winquist again. Up top to McFadden and across to the left wing circle. Stepping in and firing it, stopped and cleared by Newfoundland. 5 seconds to go on the man advantage. Ustimenko out of his cage, plays it aside for McFadden. He's hit by Gordy Green as Winquist. All kinds of time to step into this one. That's stolen by Pistorius, and away come the Growlers, leading an odd man rush. Pistorius for Hoffenmeyer, back to Pistorius. The pass was off the mark.
The net wide open.
Now an odd man back the other way, spinning it in front. And a low percentage play there for the Royals is blocked. Cross to Chen. Top of the right wing circle, a drive, rebound is stopped by the goaltender. Played back to the line, Chen's got it back for Reading. 11.5 to play here in the second period. 3-0 Royals. Cooper Swings back toward the blue line, curls a pass back. Walking the line, scores. Millman gets one through traffic. 4-0 Royals with 11:21 left in the second period.
Too bad after the Growlers killed what was a good penalty there. Looking like they had shifted the momentum with Nick Pistorius picking that one and going down on the rush, where Noel Hoffmeyer with that pass back across just missed. But here on this goal, looking like Korowski just didn't see it as it went underneath his blocker. High shot through traffic.
Shots on goal are 23-8 in favor of the visitors, and they are up by a quartet, I suppose you would call it, if you had to. Inside the Growler zone, so that is Millman's first of the year. Kept alive by the Growlers. Colella trying to track this one down. Reading out shooting Newfoundland. 8-2 in this period. Behind the net, giving faces Garrett Johnston. Unable to do anything with that one as the Growlers free it up at center. Going for a skate is Evan Newgold. Trying to get by, one hand on the stick. A great strong play there, but nobody in front to tuck it home. Chipped out towards center ice, Gooch. Oh man, what a move to get by Johnston. This one's stolen back away by CJ Hayes. And away come the Growlers at center. Over the line, Gordy Green stutters in over the line. Had the puck roll off the end of his stick. Gets it back down low quickly though. Nice play, Colella. He'll send it up top. Melindy steps in and is stopped by Ustamenko on just the third shot on goal of the period for Newfoundland. And with that buzzer, we will take a short break. The Growlers' penalty kill is 2 for 2, but the Growlers are down 4-0. No big deal on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
Oh, that Chris, he's so positive, so positive. Listen, I'll tell you right now, Alex Horowski, you know, his first professional start, don't let this score fool you none, because he has been doing a great job tonight.
He has. There's been traffic goals and tip goals and you know, lost opponents picked up in the zone, rebounds, things like that. I mean, there's, you know, it's really tough because he is really battling hard. Probably on a list of 3, he may be the only one that's taken up 3 spots as to who's really battling. So real tough on him for his debut. Don't hold that against him. He looks like to be a quality goaltender that's just having a little tough support in front of him tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, the shots are like almost 24-8. 3-1, if you want to break it down even further. So Reading definitely outplaying the Newfoundland Growlers so far. But, you know, come on, the final buzzer hasn't gone yet. So there's still lots of hockey left to play. They battled to overtime last night. Yep. And there's still a lot of grit and tenacity in this Growlers lineup. So let's throw it back now to Chris and Kellyanne Roberts for the play-by-play in second intermission, second period continues on Rogers TV.
Oh, absolutely.
For a goal scorer from Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Man, what a great nickname. And he lives up to the hype of that nickname as well. You should see some of his junior highlights with the Moncton Wildcats and the Q. Good gravy, that kid could bury in junior.
Well, if it's what he's been doing in his 10 games here with the Growlers, it's pretty impressive.
And here he comes with a drive in on Ustamenko. He looked behind him. But he did manage to pinch the door shut.
This line is just looking for it, but looking like they switch it up just a little bit with McCourt, Gordy Green out there.
Gotta try to get some offense going here.
Mark Johnstone and Zach O'Brien coming back out to complete the line, though.
Okay. Face off for Johnstone, clean win to O'Brien, lets it fly. Ustamenko doesn't know where it is. It's underneath him, and he manages to keep it out. And here we go, a little pushing Ustamenko right in the middle of it.
Melindy quick to get down there.
Yeah, I've never seen Mel jumping off the line as quick as that before.
No, it was quick.
Let's not forget, it was James Melindy did kind of try to fight Kirill Ustamenko.
Ustamenko, mind you, dropped his gear real quick. He wanted it. He wanted in.
If he did it a half second quicker,
the ref was just
gone.
there to pull him away too soon.
But
they would have.
I don't know. I kind of fear that in a game like this, Growlers Halfway
tip that
through,
way, yeah.
down 4-0. A referee who's made it known he's not going to call anything. This could get way worse.
It could. I don't think it's quite there. I think it's bubbling.
Johnstone wanted to shoot that one, elects to pass. Molindi fakes to open up a lane, trying to get it back down low, but that's stolen back. And now a 2-on-1 for the Royals. DeChara through the middle, a great pad save by Horoski. And now the Growlers look to charge back. Pomerleau up to O'Brien on the right wing. Cross ice off a body. Into the slot, O'Brien! Oh, it almost put in by the Royals on the rebound, but taken back and pushed to center by DeChara. Molindi lays it up on the right wing for Pistorius. That's a bit of toughness on the ice at the same time. 9:10 remains here. The Growlers 12 shots on goal. Half the amount of the Royals as Esket throws a nice check down there against Bykov. Here come the Growlers. Playing it back behind their own goal. Matteo Pietranero, long feed ahead for Esket, back for Hayes, and he'll roll a backhand. Down in behind Ustamenko, he'll come out to play it. Millman played that one ahead, now an immediate 3-on-2 for the Royals. Up on the right wing side to Bykov, threads it through the middle, not a slow pad save, and a clear for the Growlers. That one the length of the ice, so with 8 minutes and 32 seconds remaining. Face off to come inside the Growler zone alongside goaltender Alex Horoski, who you'd see a 4-spot up on the board and you would draw your own conclusions. He has played admirably here tonight for Newfoundland.
Yeah, the first shots on net, he's got those clearing away, no problem. And he's been aggressive. A few poke checks, a few plays, get the puck moving.
Under siege in his own zone, Pietranero managed to leave it for Esket. A great feed ahead. Missed by Pistorius, too far for Gooch, back the other way, and that's an icing on the Royals with 8:19 left in the frame.
Growlers take a chance to do that line change here. Interesting that this second period, I think the Growlers have been playing a bit more of a defensive game, and that was before the tally had increased to 4-0. It just seemed like not waiting for the play to come to them, but more worried about the defensive end than so much putting the pressure on for the offensive end.
To the left of Ustamenko we go. Face-off one back by the Royals to Chen in the corner. Wearing number 81, stolen by Gordy Green. Green behind the net. He's quickly bodied by Chen. Good use of the body, though. McCourt side door. Looks up top, and it's off the shoulder of Ustamenko. Charging it off the line, Pietranero frees it up for Gordy Green. He'll go for a skate. What a play. Gordy Green into the right wing corner, curls it out in front, high slot, work back to the line to Hoffenmeyer. Down low, there's a shot, and oh, that one rolled up a little bit on Matteo Pietranero. He puts it out of play.
Great try by Hoffenmeyer, though, to see the open guy down low rather than just taking that shot on net. Looks to the open man.
7:52 to go, 3 goals in the period for Reading on 10 shots.
This setup here for the Growlers has been working out pretty well. Johnstone winning the last 2 back to O'Brien clean. See if he can do that here now.
Johnstone, this time, he shouldn't have said anything,
I
Kellyanne. One back cleanly by the Royals. Hausinger bodied as Pritchard weaves his way in, being watched carefully. Centering feed up top to the line and drive well wide. Off the end board, kept in by Dominic Fournier. Stolen. Push to the line, it hopped out, put right back in. And the Royals, that's going to be an intentional offside. The face-off should come all the way back with 7:27 remaining in the second period.
It's going to stay just outside the Growler zone. Bit surprising. I would have assumed the same, but Growler's not looking to argue it at this point.
I mean,
no point.
Where's that going to get you?
Nowhere.
Johnstone and Hausinger on the draw. Johnstone a clean win, Kellyanne.
I didn't say anything that time, see?
Laid up, and Johnstone's going to pick it up for himself. He's got a man cutting in on goal in McKenna. That pass just out of his reach. O'Brien snapped it down low. Johnstone bouncing puck, centered, and it got through to a point where nobody was there. And now bringing it back. Nice play by Garrett Johnston to knock that one out of midair. And he got it to the line, but it's held in. A man wide open in front. What a stop by Horoski. Throwing out the glove to keep it out.
Royal looking to go upstairs there, but as Horowski came across, making sure that glove was in a good position to block that angle.
But my question is, why was Winquist so alone in front
Dangerous
of the
player
net?
to be alone, but this is something we'd seen more in Thursday night's game than we did last night, but we're seeing Royal forwards getting between Growlers goaltender and defenseman.
I think
it's to do with the speed of the Reading, not to discredit the Growlers, but Reading just plays this smart game where they're able to slide someone in there.
Face off, one back by the Royals. 7 minutes to go. McFadden able to play it down low and almost hopped out in front, but corralled by Pomeroy. He's been a steady presence these last couple of nights back for Newfoundland, coming off an injury. And in comes Gordy Green. Green goes wide. His speed has been so evident this whole weekend. New goal behind the net. Nice play to find room in the corner. Across a one-timer attempted by Green. Family opportunity, but behind the net, New Gold trying to work it loose. He will for Gordy Green. Leaves it back in the corner. New Gold from McCourt. He's in a battle now. Gordy Green comes in, looking to come away with that puck. Poked out the other side instead. Pomerleau surveys his options and flings it behind the net. Rolls halfway out, and it's corralled by DeChera. Lifted into the air. Now a one-on-one rush. In on goal and kicked away by Horowski. Now the Growlers may have a chance to counter. Gordy Green dropped it for New Gold. New Gold along the end boards at the end of a long shift as well. Taken by the Royals with speed to Burn Morrison. Chip, poke check toward the blue line. Trying to muscle his man out is Pietranero. There's a man down, Morrison, as Eskett carries it in over the line, left wing, slams on the brakes. Back to Pietranero, a one-time drive, stopped by Ustamenko behind the net. Colella centers. Eskett, oh, what a chance in front. The shot blocked. Pietranero trying to get one through the crowd as well. The best shift of Eskett's Growler career as the Royals push back inside the Newfoundland zone.
I'd say the Growlers' most offensive shift outside of maybe that one with Gordy Green looking for the wraparound.
The Royals inside their own zone. Chen, he's hit, shrugged off by Colella, and that one played into the bench with 4:59 left here in the second period. We'll step away for a TV timeout. 4-0 Royals, but I got a good feeling we're going to see some fun hockey down the stretch. Don't go anywhere, right here on the Growlers Broadcast Network.
Chris, my friend, we think you're right. This could be entertaining hockey despite the score of 4-0. That's what the Newfoundland Growlers trail by this late in the second period. Bill Hart here, Steve Callahan, and what have you seen so far that has impressed you or maybe not impressed you?
Well, they've been opportunistic, Reading, which is good for them. But I think now the ice has shifted a little bit in the favor of the Growlers, and then they're getting their opportunities. It would be nice now just have that little one sneak through. They've been close on a few times. If they can cut this to 4-1 as the clock ticks down a little bit more, maybe a little 4-2, then we've got a whole different game altogether. But certainly the pressure is on, and I know it's going to come across as being the cliche, the next one is so important. But yeah, truly it is. You know, if they can go 4-1, 4-2, then certainly they can battle back as they've shown in the past that they've been able to do. This is not something that they cannot achieve. Certainly they have the ability to score goals. It would be nice to make sure that they have the next one. So they just need to be rewarded for their efforts.
Yes, well, we'll see what they do and how they do it as the second period continues. I'm going to throw it back now to Chris and Kellyanne on Rogers TV.
Now, I honestly think they're trying to get
Welcome back, 4:59 to go.
Interesting development there on that TV timeout.
So there was no call on the ice. Remember when Brad Morrison, I believe it was, who went down in a bit of a heap that led to that Eskett rush. Well, apparently they talked about it and decided well after the fact, minutes later.
Yeah, it looked like head ref went over and was speaking to one of the linesmen when the TV timeout was first called there. Bit of discussion, and then over to the Growlers bench, back over to Royals, and
but that's also not
in a 4 minute. So blood must have been drawn.
But he didn't see the penalty. How do you call a penalty you literally don't witness? Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's got other eyes somewhere?
Wow. 4-minute penalty kill. Oh man.
You can't make this stuff up.
Oh, you really can't. Wow. Left wing side, the Royals, an extended power play. Top of the left wing circle. Thinking about a shot, and it comes across to Bykov instead. He'll walk along the right wing wall, playing a pass up top to DeChera. Down low, and a great block by Garrett Johnston. Pushed to the line, but held in. Cross ice feed finds McNally. He'll roll it down low. Intercepted by McKenna, but held in at the line. Good attempt. Oh, sorry about that, folks. I'm sure you heard that.
Yeah, when there's no fans in the stands.
It makes for a pretty entertaining game up here in the booth, but we do apologize. We can't control that. Up top, McNally. 1 minute gone on the power play. Bykov. Penalty. The Royals.
Okay, so.
Sorry, folks. Really, might have to play some music in the background or something here.
Jeremy McKenna, though.
He's going to go as well, I think.
Looks like it. Morrison was the initial call on the penalty by the looks of it. McKenna gave him a few shouts after, which is what drew the air here for.
Slashing and cross-checking are the penalties to Morrison and McKenna. So are we going to have a 4-on-3?
4-on-3. 5-on-4. How does...
I've never seen coincidentals get called, but they're different penalties.
That's what I mean. That's why
Making it up as we go along, as Riley McCord tries to get loose after a rolling puck. And he's got a man open in front. Not sure he saw Gordy Green, nor did he have the time to get him the puck. But nonetheless, a big scrum. Almost every body on the ice into that right wing corner. Ustamenko out of his cage to play it. He'll leave it back behind the net as the Royals get set. 2:35 left. In over the line, the Royals. Sharp angle try wide of the cage. And ends up all the way the length of the ice.
Growlers doing a great job at killing this 4-minute penalty.
So it's already almost half gone. 3:15 to go here in the second period. Cross ice for Pritchard. Into the right wing corner. Meyer stays with him and quickly pins him to the end boards. Rolls back to the line though, McFadden. Across. Here's a shot snared by the netminder, who gets a little extra from Pritchard after, but of course...
Pritchard got 3 shoves there from 3 different dudes right after that.
But no penalty for interfering with the goaltender, of course.
No penalty for the cross checks either, so I think we'll...
I'll leave it alone. 3:01 left in the second period.
Things are heating up out there.
John Stone on the draw against Trevor Gooch. 2:02 left on the double minor to Matteo Pietranero. Behind the net, one back by the Growlers. A rolling puck. Garrett Johnston lost sight of it for a moment down there. Gordy Green plays it for Pomerleau. He maybe will try a short-handed rush. The pass stolen and turned back in by the Royals. Cressy all over him as Pomerleau. Cressy given a little room down in the corner. Up top, Bykov hands it across for McNally. Flips to DeChera. DeChera with Gordy Green surveying. Green doing everything he can to steal that one. But the pass finds its way to Bykov. Up top again, DeChera, 1:25 to go. On the man advantage, Bykov, and a kick save made by Hroski. Shots on goal, 29-15 now for the Royals. 1:15 to go on the double minor to Pietranero. Top of the left wing circle. The Royals, Gordy Green tumbles it to the line, unable to hold it in. Is Frank DeChera. He'll backpedal to his own blue line. Bykov off the pass, cross ice. Connects down the left wing with Hausinger. Garrett Johnston keeps him wide. Into the corner, advanced away, and Johnstone behind the back. That'll be held in by Dominic Cormier along the left wing. 45 to go on the penalty kill. McNally in on goal off the blocker of Hroski into the corner. Johnstone. 2 tries, got it to the line, and they're going to call it a high stick.
Morrison getting a few chirps into McKenna here in the box.
It's a penalty.
And it looks like those initial calls against McKenna and Morrison now completed.
Right.
Morrison was taunting McKenna, though, through that timeout that they had in the box there.
All in good fun.
So 4-on-4 hockey here for 34 seconds, and the Growlers will go to power play.
That is correct. 34 seconds of 4-on-4, 1:33 left in the second period. Yeah, let's go. Lots of ice from McKenna, O'Brien, Hoffenmeyer, and Melindy on the ice with that crew. But back come the Royals. Ebbing to center, hands it off to Winquist. McKenna took a run at him and helped force a turnover. Here's O'Brien down the left wing. O'Brien, left wing corner. Oh, nice play to draw the attention of two Royals. And now Hoffenmeyer gets a chance to walk in and fire. The shot got blocked. 12 seconds to go on Pietraniro's minor penalty. Hoffenmeyer back up top to Melindy. Lateral back to Hoffenmeyer to the top of the circle. O'Brien, 3 seconds until Pietraniro's on the ice. And now they might have to hurry back. Millman looks to start a shorthanded rush. We're in the final minute of action in the second period. Knocked down by Haraski. He'll leave it behind the net. Here comes McKenna out of his own zone, leading the rush himself. Hands to McCourt into the high slot. Hoffenmeyer behind the back pass for Gordy Green. Stolen by the Royals. Here they come. In with speed, shorthand, top of the right wing circle. McFadden fought off again by Haraski. Loose puck behind the net, gathered up by the Growlers. And with 25 seconds left in the period, one more rush. Left at the line, McCourt for Hoffenmeyer, and across for Green. Green's pass into the corner. O'Brien, 15 seconds to go as it comes up top. Hoffenmeyer down low in front for Green. Oh, you got to shoot the puck when you're in that close. Cleared by Redding. 5 seconds left in the period. So the Growlers will have some work to do when they begin the third period. Down by 4, but they will begin the frame with a 27-second power play.
Not a bad note to end that period on, as it seemed like the Growlers' energy picked up just a little bit after what seemed like things had taken a different turn, although both teams exchanging penalties there.
It's almost a receiving line down there for the officials as everyone is skating by and sharing some opinions about that period of play. With that, let's send it back to the Buys in the Booth, Steve and Bill, and stick around for an interview. Brian Rogers had a great chat with Jeremy McKenna on Rogers Television. And for you folks on Mixlr, stick around. You'll hear from Zach.
All right, Chris Bellard, Kellyanne Roberts, thank you very much. Second intermission, Bill Hart, Steve Callahan with you. Newfoundland Growlers down 4-0. And not that we're making excuses or anything, but this is a very, very depleted Newfoundland Growlers lineup.
A few factors. Obviously, the lineup is not the one that they would desire. Right down from the head coach all the way down too, which is again no excuses. Certainly, Redding have faced the same situations as well, and they've accumulated what they've needed to do up to this point in time into 2 periods. Right. But I also look at the fact that there's no fans in the stands, and it's not again. Redding are playing in the same situation, but however, the fans in the stands at the Mary Brown Center has always been either good for a goal for or a save, yes. Either that extra hustle on the back check or just that little bit of extra energy. It's always been a factor, and it's really not a big deal, home ice advantage at this level with the Growlers for last line change, because you're not putting your first line out against your fourth line with really only 3 lines in the line. So it's not that factor. It's that energy that the crowd gives them a little bit, and they seem to feed off that, and it just seems really quiet there tonight, obviously.
What he's trying to say is playing without fans really sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah, it's pretty much professionally speaking, of course.
Yeah.
All right, let's hit some highlights, and we'll start. It was all Redding in this period, of course. This really made it 2-0.
Again, I always believe that offense comes from the neutral zone and just bringing that puck in there. But, it's speed up, it's slowed down, it's getting people to backpedal a little bit, extend your stride. But then that little flea flicker, again, we've talked about this so much. This is what we wanted Newfoundland to take advantage of. But here it's just coming right out of the Redding playbook. Again, little puck on net, little tip in there, a little elevation over the goaltender. None of it has been his fault tonight.
No.
He has been spectacular. spectacular when needed to be. But again, we saw that goal, just a little simple play in and on the net and a little touch on the stick. Sticks have been open. They've got to be picked up, but they weren't, and hence 1-0.
All right, let's break down this goal. It makes it 3-0 for Reading on this play.
Corner. The Royals.
Yeah, and again, what we see here is a little broken play. It ends up being not just a 2-on-1, but a 3-on-1. The back check. Everybody's doing a little puck watching. Nobody's picking up the trailers that are coming in, and the rebound just pops over. A little high on the rebound. It comes right back into the blue paint. But again, just watch everybody watching for the puck. Everybody's puck chasing, puck. Nobody picks up the two Reading players in front. This has got to be one of the easiest goals to ever score. And again, that's just, it's just not attention to detail. It's not focused. You're just looking for that extra energy. You're just looking for that puck to wrap around the wall. Yeah. You're looking for somebody else to do the job rather than picking up the guys behind. And, sometimes there's a reason where, things happen that way. So.
Yeah. As a coach, should that player have been on his butt?
Well, that's what you'd love to see, but more importantly, you certainly want to see your back checker pick up. Sometimes we get caught looking at what the other person's doing rather than the person that's coming from behind. Generally, it's not that player that's taking the puck to the net that scores, it's the other guy that's not picked up. So we'd love to see him on his behind, but in this case, at least the puck picked up would have been nice.
Well, Alex has been providing us with some great positive notes for the Newfoundland Growlers, and they almost got on the scoreboard with this play.
I mean, this is a case here where, again, they've broken out. They get the play coming up the ice, and it was a nice feed right across. Again, we don't know if it just hit something or if it just flicked up at the last minute. Looks like there's a couple of sticks. Just got over his stick there. Would have been one of those easy tap-ins. And that's the kind of goal that, it's not so much how many you score, it's when you score them. And that would have really kind of changed and altered the game a little bit. Maybe a little tilt the ice, a little favor in the Growlers right there if that one had been tapped home. Those were the ones that we're used to. Those are the ones that we've seen going so many times. It may not be the night tonight. Sometimes it's a Picasso, and sometimes it's just coloring outside the line. So
sometimes it's a macaroni ashtray with too much glitter.
That's right.
And boy, we could have used the goal there because the Newfoundland Growlers fell to 4-0 on this goal.
Yeah, and we saw this. This was what we talked about. We were talking about it the whole time on the desk. There are 6 players between him and the goaltender, and it's just walking the line. Defensemen do this so well at the pro level now. A little flea flicker again, boom, right in there. Again, it's a foot off the ice. 90% of all goals are scored at the pro level 12 inches off the ice. 12 inches off the ice where 90% of all goals are scored, and we see that. They know that. That's a set play. Let's get it in deep before anybody gets an opportunity to set up there. There's a line of 6 players there. You can't ask the goaltender to stop those pucks like that.
No.
So again, but when you get people around the perimeter that way, things are going to happen in a good form, and it's been working well for Reading.
All right. After 2 periods of play, Reading is leading 4-0 over the Newfoundland Growlers. We'll take a break here and be back on the second intermission as it continues here on Rogers TV.
Interest payments were going up. Creditors were calling. I finally realized I needed help. The people at James & Noseworthy really took care of me, and I'm glad I chose a local solution. I felt like they understood me better. Getting help with my debt has given me the energy, the headspace, and the time to make my dreams come true. A chance to start again with knowledge, support, and people in your corner. Are you looking for that kind of help? It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
I'm Darren Hand. Please join me for Pocket Universe. On this show, we'll showcase artists, cosplayers, gamers, and discuss all topics of sci-fi, horror, and fantasy in Newfoundland and Labrador. This place is teeming with creative people who love to talk about their passion. That's Pocket Universe, Wednesdays, 8:30 p.m., only on Rogers TV.
Welcome back to the second intermission. Those who don't know, the Newfoundland Growlers made history again this week. Of course, at the beginning of the season, Kellyanne Roberts, who you're listening to tonight, became the first female color commentator for the ECHL. And now behind the bench of the Newfoundland Growlers, you'll find Hockey Hall of Famer Danielle Goyette as an assistant coach, becoming the first ever female to hold that capacity.
And not just an assistant coach too. This is someone who's been involved in player development for the Toronto Maple Leafs for quite a while now. So her resume speaks for herself. But to be able to really excel in the level of player development, which has become so important for professional hockey teams, is really cool. We've seen a lot of things happen now at the Newfoundland Growlers level, which has been fantastic. And this is about quality. This is about talent. This is about people who are in particular places that they deserve to be in, whether it's Kellyanne. She's fantastic in her insight into the game, and of course what Danielle brings to the development of hockey is beautiful. These are the people that are in the right places.
Yeah, if you're going to have someone fill in for Eric Wellwood, who's out with the COVID-19 protocol, who better than a Hockey Hall of Famer?
Absolutely. Right. Very rare do you get that opportunity.
Oh, man. Speaking of Hall of Fames, no matter what kind it is, Brian Rogers should always be there. He had a chance to chat with Jeremy McKenna earlier.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Steve. I'm with number 12 of your Newfoundland Growlers, the proud of Summerside, Prince Edward Island, Canada, Jeremy McKenna. And Jeremy, thanks for joining us on our broadcast this weekend, bro. It's been a crazy up-and-down season for everybody involved in Growlers Nation and with the Marlies as well. And you've had a taste of both of it. So, in a nutshell, what's it been like for you personally?
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been a bit of an adjustment, but it's been fun. You just never know. So you just got to be prepared, and you could be traveling the next day, so you just got to kind of soak it in and enjoy it. You get to play a game for a living, so it's a lot of fun and get to meet lots of great teammates and coaches, so I really enjoy it.
Excellent response. And of course, being a Maritime boy, you're not too far from home, so I guess if there is a little disappointment, everybody wants to play at the highest level, but at least you're in a good spot, and you got family here too, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's great. My cousins Ellen and Andy live here in St. John's, and it kind of has the same feeling as home. I know it's not quite the Maritimes, but it kind of feels like a tight-knit community, and it's a lot of fun to play here for the Growlers.
Yep, it's Atlantic Canada, and of course we're all proud of being part of that here in Newfoundland and Labrador with our Maritime brothers and sisters in Nova Scotia, PEI, and New Brunswick. Jay, the island, Spot Island, has always produced hockey players, and you're no exception to the rule. You come out of there as a young, skilled player, put up some great numbers in the queue. Tell me about that as a youngster growing up on the island and what it meant to you being from PEI.
Yeah, it's great. I think, like you said, there's been a lot of great hockey players and great people. I think, look at some of the people I grew up watching, guys like Mark Flood, Ross Johnson, guys I get to train with now. So it's pretty special, and I think it's just it comes from great coaching growing up and having just a good community and good people around me. I think it's I owe a lot to them, and especially my family. Looking out for me and making sure I get to the rink and stuff. So it's great, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, Ice Cap fans remember Mark Flood, who scored the very first Ice Cap goal. I remember calling that back in October of 2011. It was a great moment in Providence, Rhode Island. Jay, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I would think I'm an offensive player, but I like to play a 200-foot game, and I think I like to create a lot of plays. I like to use my shot and use my teammates, and just be a leader out there and be someone that the coach can depend on.
It must have been pretty simplistic for you, too, being from Prince Edward Island and playing your junior career with the Moncton Wildcats. I mean, let's face it, it's not too far to go to Moncton from Charlottetown or Summerside or anywhere on the island for that matter, but that had to be neat, too. I mean, not being that far. You must have had a huge crowd cheering for your family every night you played.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. My parents didn't miss many home games. I don't even think they missed any in the 4 years I was there.
That's
so
awesome.
It was pretty special, and just playing in a new arena there, and the fan base they have there, a lot of diehard Moncton Wildcat fans, and we had some great teams there, and a lot of great memories, a lot of great friends who I still keep in touch with today. So that's a part of my career I'll be looking back and really happy about. It was just a ton of fun and a lot of hockey. It was great.
And it's really satisfying when you're putting up numbers. I don't know if you set any goals for yourself, but man, you had back-to-back 40-goal seasons, and it seems like everything you touched went in.
Yeah, I played with some good players, like I said. Guys like Jacob Pelche, a first-round pick to the Calgary Flames, Alex Havanoff, guys like that. So I just built a lot of chemistry and took advantage of the opportunities I got, and I just really enjoyed the game there. I had a lot of fun and a lot of great teammates, so it was good.
So when you were just a youngster growing up on the island, who was your favorite player? Who was your favorite team?
Well, I really didn't have a favorite team. I was more of a Team Canada guy, so growing up watching the Olympics and stuff, but I always loved Sidney Crosby, Brad Marchand, guys like that I love watching, and I've kind of grown to watch the Leafs now, guys like Jason Spezza, Mitch Marner, Willie Nylander, so guys like that I try to watch now and pick parts of their game to try to add to mine.
Right-handed shots, I might add.
Yeah, that's right.
You're a smart cookie, aren't you?
Yeah.
All right, outside of the great game of hockey, and it might be a foolish question, do you golf at all? Because you guys got some of the best courses in the entire country.
Yeah, I love to golf. I golf with my dad a lot in the summer, and another friend of mine, Noah Dobson. So we golf a lot at Anderson's Creek in Green Gables. We got memberships there, and I enjoy sailing. My family does sail racing, so stuff like that is a lot of fun, and I just enjoy spending time with family and just kind of relaxing at home.
Well, Jeremy, thank you so much for joining us on our broadcast this weekend as you take on the Reading Royals in a battle of the top two teams standings-wise, at least in the Northern Division. Good luck, and keep the faith. I mean, like I said to you many a time when we've had chats, if you're not playing with the Marlies, and I know you will be, and full-time for sure, this is probably the best place that you could play in the ECHL, so I think you'd agree with me on that point.
Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Raj. That's great.
That's Jeremy McKenna, number 12 of your Newfoundland Growlers. Keep an eye on him. He's a great young player and an even better person off the ice. Now let's go back to the desk.
Thank you, Brian. Flood scoring the first Ice Caps goal. You knew that, right?
Oh.
I did that, yeah. No, I didn't know. Brian's he's like a fountain of information.
Oh, I mean, if he would be my call a friend on...
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire hockey version?
Yeah, he would be the one.
Dude has skills mentally, I'll tell you that right now. All right, we're going to take a little break here, and we'll be back as the second intermission continues on Rogers TV.
It all started when I racked up some serious debt. Interest payments were going up, creditors were calling. Janes and Noseworthy came up with a plan. Knowing that the phone was going to stop ringing and that I was not in this alone was a huge relief. Bankruptcy or a consumer proposal or whatever help you get is not the end. It's just the beginning. A chance to start again with knowledge and support and people in your corner. Are you ready? Get out of debt. It's okay.
Learn more about Leah's story at janesnoseworthy.ca.
If you want convenience, Marie's Money Mart is here for you. A one-stop shop for a variety of products, home-style breads, sandwiches, plus check out our freshly baked artisan breads and single-serve desserts exclusively at our in-store bakery on Frecker Drive. With 25 locations, wherever you go, there we are.
We're here at the Rooms, finishing our second season of Sharing Our Cultures. This is the place where you get to meet amazing individuals from diverse cultural backgrounds who are making significant contributions to our communities. Join us for Sharing Our Cultures on Rogers TV, Channel 9.
Welcome back. Just literally minutes away from the start of the third period. Newfoundland Growlers trailing 4-0 against the Reading Royals. And, well, Steve, you're pretty familiar with one of these Growlers players on the ice this evening.
Well, nice to see Jordan Eska get the opportunity he has. Playing in his second game tonight. You know, I've known Jordy for so long, when he was 14 years old. We had a great coaching staff. One of the first ever local Bantam AAA at the time was called Bantam Hockey, Bantam AAA teams to represent the St. John's region. And Jordan was our top centerman. He was a fantastic hockey player, and we had a great coaching staff with Steve Bishop as the head coach and Don Roach, just incredible to work with. At that time it was a team that we called it was as a coaching staff a change them up year. We just had just a great group of young men that we just said, hey, change them up. Next lineup was just absolutely phenomenal. And don't forget we talked about that third line center either. But Jordan was a great player. He went on to play in the Maritime Junior League and the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. But he has really excelled now as one of the local dominant senior hockey players around. And his vision is incredible. His hands are just magical. And he's just getting an opportunity there now. And I think with a little bit more of a deeper team, some opportunities and some scoring chances with the power play to really excel, you know, we would certainly see the best of Jordan. And but you know, it's a tough jump. It's a tough jump to come into a senior hockey league that hasn't been playing in a while, and then jump right into the East Coast Hockey League. But it was a great moment. We went undefeated too to our Atlantic Championship, and certainly he was a big part of that. We'd love to say that it came from the coaching staff, but really it was just change them up, let the guys go, let the guys go. But great to see Jordan, you know, all this time sticking with it to get an opportunity to play some pro hockey. Great family, and you know, his hands, his vision will always be entertaining to watch. Great on you, Jordy, and great to see you in the lineup there tonight too.
How deep was that team? Tell them who was centering your third line.
That team was a real deep team. The third line center on that year was a kid by the name of Zach O'Brien. So it was,
I know him.
It's fantastic seeing. Now, Zach in itself, a story all about making opportunities come alive, and we've seen that from day one too. So great to see Zach leading the way as always.
All right, so let's throw it back now to Chris Ballard and Killian Roberts for the third period call. Growlers trying to come back now, down 4-0. Here comes the third period on Rogers TV.
If this turns out to be the longest losing streak in franchise history at this point, I mean, if we really look at it though, yesterday's game, I wouldn't feel comfortable grouping it in with that.
And this team is not going to be in this position for very long or forever.
No, but and again, look at like the line we have out right now in Riley McCourt, Gordy Green, Jeremy McKenna now looking like he's centering this line, so Evan Newgold not there. But that line alone generally usually has two defensemen who are playing offensively and doing a tremendous job at it.
Back to center ice we go. 27 seconds of power play time to begin the period. And Noel Hoffenmeyer will pick up this puck inside his own zone, starting it ahead for Jeremy McKenna. He'll swing it back, and O'Brien gets it. Quickly to center and into the offensive zone along the right wing, left the puck behind, and a whistle.
Offside looking like the call there. Not a bad thing for the Growlers, although they've got only 8 seconds left on the power play.
8 seconds, all that's left. We'll be back to 5 aside. Dominic Cormier in the box, just now raising to his feet. He's ready to go. So is Jeremy McKenna to take this draw for Newfoundland, winning it back to Matteo Pietranero. At center. 2 seconds to go on the man advantage. Flipped into the offensive zone, held in by McKenna as he plays it down low. No one there to receive it, so the Royals not right in on goal. Hoffenmeyer gets it from his goaltender. You're right, Kellyanne. They are pausing a lot more inside their own zone, playing very patiently when normally we see the Growlers, when at full strength, play with a lot more pace.
That quick breakout of some of the Growlers were...
That's their bread and butter.
It was their bread and butter, and this game, it's been a pause and wait.
Centering effort there, comes back to the line, Hoffenmeyer. Down low into the corner to O'Brien, into the slot, off McKenna's stick, but it lands for Hoffenmeyer, across now to Pietranero. That pass into no man's land. Hoffenmeyer gets it back up top, sent back down low by McKenna. Centering, it hopped over the stick there at the last second. The Growlers battling hard, they have a man, and a save point blank. Ustamenko as O'Brien tried to beat him low.
Royals forgetting about 2 Growlers down low there. Not only did you have Zach O'Brien down there, but it looked like you had Jeremy McKenna as well. Dangerous duo to leave alone.
18:33 remains here in the third period. 4-0 for the visitors. Johnstone to take the draw for Newfoundland. He's out with Newgold, McCourt, Malindi, and Pomerleau. And you're right, they're shuffling the deck a little bit, trying to find some kind of combination that works.
Switching things up, especially after that power play, looking to see what other lines they can move around.
Malindi to center for Johnstone. His pass off the back of the skates of McNally and taken back by Pomerleau. Played free. Newgold, nice play to free it up there for Johnstone in front of the Growler bench. Cross ice off the tip of the stick of McCourt. And it rolls inside the Reading zone where the Royals settle it in. Ahead to center, Bykov. Got his stick on that one, no icing. Pomerleau back in his own end. Ahead to Mark Johnstone. Johnstone. Kick free by McCourt. Steals it back. Waiting for an open man, McCourt. He's under pressure now from Ebbing, forced to play it back to Hoffenmeyer inside the Newfoundland zone. Noel Hoffenmeyer. Ahead for him, Pietraniro and cross ice. Maurizio Colella in over the line. To the backhand, he's guided off the puck. Rolls away from behind the net. And away come the Royals, trying to get in. Ebbing is going to track it down in the right wing corner. Pietraniro. Those two collide in the corner. Puck played to the opposite side. Hit thrown by Pistorius, and the Growlers come away with it. Down the left wing, Newgold through the middle, trying to get it in. Colella onside. He's met by Cressy. He intercepts it and pushes the puck to center ice. Hoffenmeyer at his own blue line. The Royals begin a line change. Across on the right wing side, Pistorius trying to feed it back for Escott. That one off the mark. Countering back of the Royals. Hausinger. Great play by Hoffenmeyer to get the body in the lane there. Pistorius unable to get that one. Escott knocked that one down. Kicked ahead by Pritchard, and Garrett Johnston steals it away. Long feet ahead. Johnstone streaking down the right wing. Trying to toe drag. And that one, he left the puck behind. And here come the Royals down the left wing. Off.
Yeah, ref originally waved that one off, but I would like to think that was a pretty blatant offside there, which is why the whistle is now gone.
16:30 remains here in the third period. No shots in the frame thus far for Reading, just one for Newfoundland.
Looking like that top line back together now.
One back by to McNally from Pritchard rather. Through the middle, Pritchard gets enough wood on that one to roll it in. Johnston turns it over. Hausinger, a man alone in front. Oh, what a stretching pad save that was. What an effort. What a performance, honestly, being turned in here tonight by Alex Harosky in the Newfoundland goal. He deserves all kinds of credit for this performance here tonight. McKenna in over the line, a hard pass across O'Brien. And that one pulled out of the air and held by Ustamenko with 15:55 left in the third.
Growlers really pouring it on here early in this third period, as it took nearly 4 minutes for the Royals to register their first shot of the third period. Mind you, they did start the period on the penalty kill, and even after that, a few opportunities coming in on the line, but nothing generated towards Hosting.
To the right of Ustamenko we go. Thanks for sticking around here, folks. On this Saturday night, bounced in, tripped up behind the play, bounced in, rebound. How did that stay out? It's been that kind of night here as Ustamenko covers up.
Lost a stick in the process, quick to jump on that one.
So the Growlers return to action on Wednesday as they host the Maine Mariners, the ECHL affiliates of the Providence Bruins. Yeah, and Boston Bruins, of course.
Another little homestand there.
Four consecutive games at home against Maine.
Wow.
That is going to get heated. And here's Malindi off a one face-off. Cleared by the Royals. No icing. So Malindi, he'll retrieve it, moving it away quickly. That's a turnover. The Royals roll one in. That one easily kicked away by the netminder. Here come the Growlers, three wide, Newgold. Hands across to McCourt. McCourt into the right wing corner. In on goal, Newgold, the redirection, and a great left pad save, Ustamenko. And now here come the Royals charging to center. Poked away. Here comes Newfoundland, trying to get back. Newgold has a man open in front. Oh, he fanned on the pass. Still fighting to get it back in the right wing corner. Push to the line. Garrett Johnston holds it in. Back down low, Gordy Green. He might be smaller than both Gooch and McFadden. Still managed to win the puck away. And here's Colella. Rolls one in on goal. And it's blocked. And we got another penalty behind the play.
Didn't see that one there, but Royals heading to the box. So Growlers go back onto the power play. The third of the night here.
Grant McFadden in the box for hooking. So this will be the Growlers' third power play of the evening, 0 for 2. Thus far here, and they'll have O'Brien, Johnstone, Gordy Green.
They're going to go with the 4 forwards for this power play.
And Noel Hoffenmeyer, who knows how to score like a forward.
Had a rocket of a shot last night for a goal there from the middle of the high slot.
Taken by Gordy Green behind the net. Ustimenko swinging that goal stick to keep the wraparound at bay. McKenna up top. Hoffenmeyer to O'Brien. O'Brien back to Hoffenmeyer to the left-hand side, back through the middle. A pass eluded Gordy Green, and that'll be a clear for Reading. Just to the Newfoundland blue line. Quickly back to Zach O'Brien. What a move there. He's tripped up, no call. And he's still on his backside as the puck is cleared again to the Newfoundland blue line. But here's Gordy Green using that speed like he has all night. He'll send it behind the net, out the other side. McKenna, he's in a battle to keep it alive. The puck stayed in. Across to O'Brien. O'Brien, a wire shot. Stopped and held by Ustimenko, and Johnstone sharing some recipes down there as he's trying to bat home that rebound.
Johnstone's been a figure in front of Ustimenko all night long. We saw it in the first period, multiple times in the second there, and just hasn't been able to find his way over the goal line, but still have a minute 13 left on the power play for that opportunity as he'll take this face off.
Johnstone on the draw. Minute and 13 seconds of power play time remaining, and the Growlers will have to retrieve that puck from their own zone off a clear. Hoffenmeyer collects it and immediately starts it ahead, dropping it off to O'Brien. O'Brien weaves his way through. Left wing side, McKenna. Kept in by Johnstone, flung down low, but intercepted and cleared by Reading. Out of his cage, Horowski.
Johnson going to the bench there, his head hung a little bit far back. I think he could feel the frustration in this flash that he had.
Gordy Green trying to track down that loose puck. Held in at the line by O'Brien. He'll get it back from Hoffenmeyer, right wing corner. Gets by McNally, centered, and nobody home. That's cleared away by Reading. 25 seconds to go here. Horowski behind the net. Watches as the Royals. Cooper steals the puck away. Pomerleau. He and Johnston working him over. Pomerleau takes it. Starts it up ice. The stretch pass for Newgold is onside. Evan Newgold, what a play. Oh, couldn't get the shot off his centering pass. There's Pietranero, and it's stopped by Ustimenko. We're back to 5 aside, but a great scoring chance there. And a penalty coming up to the Growlers.
I think Newgold thought himself that he was offside there for a moment. Almost looked like he saved a stride thinking the whistle was going to go, and then the opportunity to complete the breakaway. But rather than just shooting the puck on net, knowing that the opportunity was gone, held on to it with some good patience to wait for the next play to set up.
Matteo Pietranero in the penalty box. Growlers back to the kill. The kill's been fantastic tonight. Already 4 for 4 on the penalty kill here tonight. And the Growlers were 7 for 7 last night.
Yeah.
On the kill, so the penalty kill, a strength of this hockey club as it's been all year. Enters today's game at 83.8%, good for 8th in the ECHL.
You think with the last few kills as well that'll creep up a bit higher in the league standings as well. Not something you necessarily want to creep up in the standings for. You'd rather be on the power play or even strength, but good to know that if you've got to be on the penalty kill, that you've got a strong unit.
Top 10 in both power play and penalty kill. Always
Royals
a good
gathering
sign.
here as if they're trying to figure out how they're going to crack this penalty kill that the Growlers are well known for.
They don't have to try that hard. I mean, they're up by 4. There's 12 minutes left.
No, but in knowing Reading Royals, they're going to
Oh,
try.
absolutely they are. That is the style they play under head coach Kirk McDonald. He's had the Growlers in his crosshairs.
Few times.
Yep. Pritchard, he's ready to go. Skating in to meet him is Mark Johnstone. Clean win for Pritchard. McFadden across to Cormier. He'll walk the left wing boards. Sending it up top. Top of the right wing circle. Winquist back down low to Pritchard. For Winquist again. McFadden now. For Winquist. Looking for a lane. Finds McFadden again instead. Now Dominic Cormier. Up top. There's a shot into the crest of Horowski's jersey. He'll hang on to that one. 24 seconds gone here on the Reading power play.
Interesting to see McFadden take that shot from the point. No traffic really in front of him. Borowski able to read that the whole way through, and nobody's really close enough or free enough for a rebound shot.
To the right of Horowski. One back then they're going to redo that one.
Again, you're not seeing the typical Growlers penalty kill that we've come to know and how aggressive it is. This one, a bit more aggressive than the last one, but still on the more defensive side.
Melindy launches out on the length of the ice, so a good start to this kill here. Forcing the Royals to regroup out of their own zone. 12:05 left here in the third period. 1:20 remaining on the penalty to Matteo Pietranero as Hausinger, he takes a hit there. Melindy regains control of the puck and sends that one skipping the length of the ice. Ustamenko out between the hash marks to guide it aside.
Growlers able to get a change in there with that long lob from Melindy.
Cormier for Redding ahead. Winquist trying to get the pass back, taken away by Hoffenmeyer, but kept alive and sent back across to Winquist. He'll leave it for Dominic Cormier, left wing side. He'll walk the boards again. Morrison this time into the slot. Winquist a drive, a save made, the rebound. Morrison missed. McNally at the line. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Winquist top circle, his pass off the mark. Cormier scoops it back up, sends it behind the net. Pritchard, he'll get it back. Behind the net, Pritchard out front for Cormier, a bit of a floater, and that's held by Horowski. No rebound, 22 seconds left on the penalty kill. 11:05 left in the third.
Cormier left all alone there on the right side. Horowski had a lot of room to come in and look for that open shot, but when you put it right in the bread basket, easy to hold on to.
Mark Johnstone, he's been a dynamo in the face-off dot tonight, taking on Trevor Gooch this time.
A little bit of a discussion there.
Looking for dinner recommendations for after the game, I'm sure. Face-off won by Johnstone. And Melindy, like he's done pretty much every time on this kill, gets that one the length of the ice. Pomerleau gets to that puck first in the corner. Cuts from forehand to backhand, trying to center it off the outside of the cage. High IQ play. It didn't work this time, but the good news is here comes Matteo Pietranero, and we are back to 5 aside, but here's Millman who scores.
Puts that one away, top glove side, no question there.
10:37 to go in the third period, make it 5-0 for Redding.
Tristan Pomerleau, though, just to touch on that again with that great offensive pressure while on the penalty kill, holding the puck down low for an extended period of time, and not just holding it down low, but pulling 4 Royals in with them.
Kallela Pistorius. Who's on the far side? Is that Noob? No. That's Eskett. Getting into it down there as the Royals win the draw. 10.5 to play here in the third period. It's 5-0 Redding. Chasing it down in the corner is Dan Cadigan. Comes out of the corner. Here come the Growlers. Kallela for Pistorius. Wide right. His shot over the net. To the right off the dasher wall. The Royals can't get it by Kallela. He tried to play it back for Cadigan, but it's intercepted and played in deep. Half a period remains here. 10 minutes exactly. 36-21 are the shots for Redding. And here comes Pistorius trying to pick up steam as he enters the offensive zone. Cuts wide with a backhand. He's tripped up, and the Royals regain the puck. No, Hoffenmeyer at the line. A drive stopped in front. Cleared to center ice.
Hoffenmeyer really having another strong game here tonight. Last night doing a good job at holding the line, and tonight just a lot of confidence on the back end.
Held in by Redding. Cormier through traffic into the midsection of the goaltender. He'll hang on. So the Growlers are 5 for 5 on the penalty kill here tonight. They've killed off many consecutive penalties.
Yeah, doing a great job of it. Unfortunately, it's always feels like just a few seconds after that. Doesn't count against kill, though.
You know, this is going to be, we'll be looking back on the month of January and early February here as some pretty formative days in terms of the learning curve of the Growlers this season. I think, look, this team, when healthy, remains one of the top teams in the ECHL.
Oh, absolutely.
There is no question about that. So Are the Growlers banged up now? Yes. Beyond what our wildest dreams could have predicted. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So, but this is, you know, sometimes it's going to make the wins to come in the coming weeks and months that much sweeter. And you know, I feel like it's destiny at this point in time as the Growlers, a great opportunity, scores! What a play! Gordy Green, the speed pays off, breaking the shutout of Kirill Ustamenko. 5-1 the score.
What a great job by Gordy Green and Riley McCourt there to drop that as Green comes across, has the patience to really hold on to it for an extra second before taking that shot, knowing that it's going to find the back of the net.
9:07 to play. Gordy Green gets the goal. Here come the Growlers. The comeback starts now. 9 minutes left. Only down by 4. Left wing corner, Jeremy McKenna. Spins on a dime, still has it, creating space into the slot for O'Brien. What a feed that was. Behind the net, Pietranero. Knocked down by Johnstone, freed up to McKenna. Here's the goal call. Pomerleau and Newgold pick up the helpers on Gordy Green's goal. Here's Pietranero, tried to feed it to O'Brien, stolen away by Gooch. 8:25 to go here in the third period. But here come the Royals, 3 wide. Gooch trying to get by Hoffenmeyer. Good stick by Hoffenmeyer, helping flip that one out of play.
I feel like there might be another look at that goal. I'm pretty sure it was Riley McCourt who dropped the pass for Green off the boards on the side there before Green cut across. But that is Evan Newgold as well on that line, so easily could have been either of them, but great offensive effort. Good to see the boys put one up on the board there.
Absolutely. Some of the folks on our Mixler chat had noticed the Growlers had never been shot out at home, allegedly.
Wow.
I had not double-checked or fact-checked that one offside of the Growlers. But if that were, I'm glad that we will not have to worry about that here tonight.
No, definitely a stat I have to look a little deeper for again.
Face off to come. Outside the offensive zone, blue line, Gordy Green trying to jump ahead with that one. Garrett Johnston gets it instead and rolls the backhand into the Newfoundland zone. Ustamenko puts it right on the tape. Newgold tried to sweep that one in, diving after it side door. Comes up empty-handed this time with under 8 minutes left in the third. 5-1 the score.
Gordy Green leaning over quite a bit there after getting creamed in the corner a little bit. Not leaving the ice, that's a good sign.
To the right of Ustamenko. Green will take his place to the left of Evan Newgold on the draw. Riley McCourt, Garrett Johnston, and Dan Cadigan out there as well. Thanks for spending your Saturday night with the Growlers here, folks. Wish we had a better result to be sharing with you here. Garrett Johnston plays it back for Cadigan. Across again to Johnston. Dropped off again, and Gordy Green wanted it and got it. Carried it in. Almost, and a trip and a high stick. What's going to get called? The trip.
Green's not really always feeling his face a little bit, looking for some blood, but doesn't seem to find anything, so it won't be the double minor. Growlers with a power play opportunity here. Last few with a few chances off of it, generating a lot of movement.
What an interesting
back
play. The penalty, I think both of them thought the other one got called. McFadden might be bleeding. He may have caught a stick from Green on the play. I would like to see it again. It's in the pass. The Growlers are going on the power play for the 4th time tonight. 0 for 3, but Johnstone on the draw. Knocked down, but Newfoundland has the puck. O'Brien to Hoffenmeyer. Back to O'Brien. What a feed across. Centering effort there. Goes through the blue paint and out the other side. O'Brien's got it back. Swings to the top of the right circle, dishing off. Getting it back from Hoffenmeyer. O'Brien worked it down low again. Almost got it through to McKenna, but it was intercepted and cleared. 7:09 to play in the third. 5-1 the score. Here's Zach O'Brien, 1-on-4, hands it off to Gordy Green. Green to the left-hand side, McKenna, his shot off a body just wide. Right wing corner, O'Brien back up top to Hoffenmeyer. Hoffenmeyer back top circle, O'Brien. O'Brien wants to let this one fly, walks into the corner, trying to center it, knocked down, partially blocked, and Thomas Ebbing sends a man ahead. Hoffenmeyer racing back, beats Cooper to the puck, and Gordy Green swings behind his net and starts it up ice. Green quickly to center, quickly to the offensive zone before handing off McCourt. Dropped it back to Pomerleau. Now Hoffenmeyer again, a couple of fresh bodies out there, redirected by Green, line of the cage. Green just battling here tonight. Right wing corner, trying to pick it free, and it will come loose for Hoffenmeyer. Across McKenna, bouncing puck, he'll corral it in the corner. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Oh, almost tapped inside door. The Growlers still have it. McKenna up top to Hoffenmeyer, now across to O'Brien. O'Brien sneaks in, lets it fly, looks short side, almost got it too, but it's off the end boards and out.
Growlers will get that change, and now looking like they're going to go back to having 2 defensemen and 3 forwards.
8 seconds left on the penalty to McFadden. Played ahead for Pomerleau. He's got some speed, trying to get by Saucier. He stayed with him. Played away. McFadden's back. We're back to 5 aside. The Growlers now 0 for 4 in the power play. Garrett Saucier played it ahead from behind the net, and away comes Thomas Ebbing. 3 Growlers wide. There's a shot wide on the blocker side. What's that look on your... Oh, the goalie's down.
Growlers have got 3D and 2 forwards.
The goalie may be hurt here.
He took himself down a little bit, but looking like he's in a lot of pain. Grabbing for his tailbone almost. Not a good sign for the Growlers.
I missed the incident in which he went down.
He kind of looked to skate backwards, and it's almost like he caught an edge. You can see.
We're going to see it again here. Okay.
If I recall, it wasn't by another player, but as he was skating backwards, it looked like he caught an edge and came back, which is why, if it is his tailbone or the back end, that's where he's going to be getting the pain from.
Right.
But at this point, it was interesting to note there for the Growlers, there were 3 defensemen outside of Evan Newgold on the ice there. I believe it was Garrett Johnson, Tristan Pomerleau, and Matteo Pietranero.
Matt Jenkins is putting his gloves on.
So the E-Bug.
Now he may not.
Jenkins also still having a look to the side.
Horowski is giving it a good go here, and they're going to take a TV timeout. That's fine. They're going to give the goaltender a moment to determine if he is able to continue.
He was in a lot of pain when he first went down, really turning over.
It looked bad. His reaction.
Yes.
And he's going to try and skate it off.
Okay, well, it looks like he's going to be okay. It would be such a shame. I mean, despite what the scoreboard says, Alex Horowski there had a very good debut and a professional debut.
He was doing very well despite the score. I'm not sure what exactly happened there, whether Kellyanne mentioned he falls on his tailbone or I don't know if going side to side, if there was a little bit of a groin strain there, because when he got back up, that's what he was working on, his side to side motion. But we do know that there is an E-Bug in the lineup, an emergency backup goaltender, and it's our Matt Jenkins.
Yes.
It's a little bit of a local flavor, and we'll see if that happens to come to fruition when we get back there. But that would be certainly at least something that has been interesting in what was not much of an interesting game.
Yeah, there's a lot of players that Growlers fans are going, who?
Yeah.
Probably not familiar with, but that's what happens. This is the kind of life that we live in right now with COVID-19. Let's throw it back now to Chris Ballard. And Kellyanne Roberts, third period action continues on Rogers TV.
Between the 2 teams here, and it kind of just shows the frustration that we're seeing a lot from the Growlers, but I guess also in Reading at this point, because a different game for them, not as disciplined as they usually are.
I'm calling it right now. The Growlers and the Royals will meet in the postseason, and it will be a bloodbath. I don't mean that in a physicality sense. I just mean that there will be fireworks to be had. It will be may be the most engaging and entertaining series if it were to happen. More than the rivalry was against Brampton.
Yeah.
I think we could be in for a real treat if that comes to fruition, because all of the storylines, it's wonderful theater.
Oh, absolutely. I would agree with that. I mean, look at the body contact that we've seen here tonight and last night.
His shot stopped by Ustamenko. Richard golfs that one through Melindy's legs and gets inside the Newfoundland zone. 4:20 remains here in the third period. 5-1, breaking the shutout of Kirill Ustamenko was Gordy Green, his 8th from Newgold and Pomerleau. Good interception there. Nice pass to center, Eskett. Beautiful patient play as he finds Dan Cadigan, a little Newfoundland senior connection. McNally picks it back up for Reading. 4 minutes to go. Shots are 38-25 in favor of the Royals. Growlers do not get outshot very much. The Growlers averaging 34 shots a game.
Well, even in Thursday night's loss, shots were even at 39 apiece.
Yeah, the Growlers, when healthy and fully loaded, they can put the puck on net in a hurry.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of hurry, here comes Gordy Green rushing up ice. Lets it fly, partially blocked by Cormier. Rolled up on the back apron of the net. And throwing the glove down was Ustamenko.
Ustamenko not too happy there with Riley McCourt really kind of giving a tap on the glove after it was covered on the puck. He was quick to come up and look around, even now still.
What do you expect? You're a goalie.
I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm also, I don't mind telling you off.
And I didn't mean to react so in your face there. I apologize to you for that one. But I mean, guys are going to be hacking and whacking at you all night, trying to score and put the puck by you.
I think he knows, though, his D, that's not their style to step in there.
Good point.
You know, unlike on the other end where no one gets close to the goaltender unless someone says.
Good point. O'Brien stolen back by the Royals, but sent wide of the cage. There's McKenna. You can still see Horowski fighting it a little bit.
I was going to say. He's moving a bit gingerly across the crease.
Very much so. Under 3 minutes to play. Here's Jeremy McKenna, gets control and finds O'Brien at center. He'll take off into the offensive zone as O'Brien bounces it in on Ustamenko. McKenna getting under the skin a little bit of the defense of the Royals.
Yeah, I don't think here at CC or Piercy had expected McKenna to be right there. So that face-off will remain in the Royals zone.
2:42 to go. Worth noting, Riley McCourt and Gordy Green are both +1 tonight for Newfoundland.
When you look at the overall average for Gordy Green, though, on the plus-minus, it's not really surprising. This guy makes things happen when he's out there. I mean, before tonight, I believe he was +11, +12.
We have that number. He was +7.
Okay, so he had taken a dip yesterday because going into Thursday's game, he was +10.
Here comes Colella handing off to Pistorius. Oh, just left the puck behind, still managed to shot on goal, and it had to be fought off. The blocker of Ustamenko off his stick, back into the Newfoundland zone. 2:05 remains here in the third period. Pomerleau behind the back for Melindy in his own end. Back across as Melindy gives Pritchard a little extra. Eskett through the middle. Nice pass for Newgold. He's got Colella cutting to the goal, trying to hit him with the pass. Wrapping it around instead is Newgold. What a feed for Johnston through traffic, stopped by Ustamenko. A rebound comes right back to Garrett Johnston. Confident game tonight for Garrett Johnston. Right wing boards and push to center ice for Reading. 1:35 to go. That shot blocked away. Gordy Green advances. Garrett Johnston chipped it over Gooch and ends up at center ice with the puck. Outmuscles his man and feeds it ahead for Newgold. He'll swing it back for a moment. Leaving it for Gordy Green. Green skate to stick. like that old, it happened so quickly, that little Pavel Bure kick. He's so good at it. He's done it a few times. And here's Garrett Johnston bearing in, handing it off, centering. It's loose in front. McCourt, oh, he couldn't come away with it. Oh, it hit Gooch on the way to the bench. Luckily, no Royal had already hopped over. That would have been too many men.
Brad Morrison with some patience there as well as he picked that up out of the high slot to enter that final minute.
40 Green pinned against the right wing boards with 45 seconds left in the third, muscling it back, and Hoffenmeyer skates it over the line, had it poked away, and it's cleared by Redding. Rolls in on Horowski. He'll paddle it aside with 30 seconds remaining. To center, Pietranero weaves it ahead. Good stick lift by Escott. Definitely his best game.
Oh, definitely. I mean, coming off the bench there, he timed that knowing the puck was coming that way with the Royal in the direction of it.
15 seconds to go. A scrum just to the left of the Growler bench. Back for Hoffenmeyer. 10 seconds on the clock. And I think Noel just wants to wait this one out. He's going to do just that. So your Growlers make it 6 consecutive losses. This one to the Reading Royals by a score of 5-1.
Tough one for the Growlers there. I mean, more of a defensive game than we're used to seeing from them, but outside of that, still a good offensive effort. A few bounces, and when you consider that your starting goalie up until an hour before ice time was set to play.
I would, hardest working player, if he's not a star for his effort, has to be Alex Horowski here tonight for Newfoundland. Battling through what was clearly an injury. He is hurt.
Oh.
There's no...
No, I don't doubt that. He
there's
was
no
moving
question.
Pretty soft across the crease.
I think if there was anybody, look at him even now, anybody other than an emergency backup, he'd be at it.
Sort of cut you off there, Chris. Alex Horowski, yeah, we agree. You know, his professional debut, nothing to be ashamed of. Don't look at the 5-1 score. He made some great saves. I mean, you know the butterflies and the nerves were there for sure. Interesting fact, though, not only was it Alex's professional debut on the bench, you had Matt Jenkins there waiting to play, too.
We did.
Local boy, he almost came in.
A little bit of nerves there at the family home. A little bit of nerves of excitement. We almost saw him come in the e-bug situation, and I think I just love saying that. E-bug. But yeah, we almost saw Matt come in, and he's got a great senior hockey resume here now too as well. And so that we obviously have 7 Newfoundlanders in the lineup, I think, or in the roster at some point for tonight. So yeah, it was. He cannot be blamed for this loss tonight. No. It was incredible. And very rarely do we say that about a goaltender when it's a 5-1 score, but you know, he's got that old 70s police officer type name, Horowski.
Horowski.
I like that. So.
Yeah, that works. It rolls off the tongue, yes.
Hopefully we get to say that one more time. So.
All right, so it was a sweep at the hands of the Reading Royals, but not much longer to wait before the Newfoundland Growlers are back in action. Looks like it's going to be Wednesday night when the Maine Mariners come to town for 4 games. 4 games. 4 games. They're going to make up for one of the canceled games from earlier. As you can see on the TV right there, our next broadcast will be happening on Saturday against those Maine Mariners. So 2 things. Hopefully some fans will be allowed in the stands, and hopefully some of the players who are not playing tonight can find their way back into the lineup for sure.
Well, that'll be a short wish list that would be just incredible to see. I mean, it's time to open up. I'm not going to go there, but it's time to open up, and let's have some fans in the building starting Wednesday, and hopefully we can start to see some of the guys come back too from protocol, and you know, start to make this lineup a little bit more deeper than as to what we're used to.
Right. Thanks again to Chris and Kellyanne on behalf of Steve and myself. Thanks for tuning in tonight, and we'll see you next weekend for the Newfoundland Growlers here on Rogers TV.